What's up, people? Another episode of Real Ball Talk today. Plenty to discuss from this week's midweek fixtures in the Prem. But without further ado, let's get the people on. Jalil, what are you saying, bro?
I'm good, my bro. Good to be here as usual. I know we lost. I'm in a good mood still. But yeah, let's get into it, bro.
Yeah, no, there's a lot to discuss still. Yeah, the Arsenal game. Yeah, there's a lot to unfold there. But we'll get to it. Big up guest today. Big up old dog, all our old days. Hey, how you doing, bro?
Good, man. I'm good. I'm still like recovering from the other day. I can't lie, it's still affecting me now. I'm not gonna be like Jalil and say I'm all right. I'll be lying if I said that. It's still affecting me right now, but yo, let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Nah, love for coming on. For anyone who doesn't know, Ola's an Arsenal fans as well. So yeah, he's hurting. But listen, let's add on the other guest, Lamps. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Listen, man, my team lost as well, so we're in the same boat, man. We're all in the same boat. So,
listen, it's all mad.
Yeah, man, it's all crazy. It's all crazy, man. But
listen, for everyone who doesn't know, Lamps is a Liverpool fan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I'm hearing he's got a controversial opinion, you know. But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But last but not least, our man Rash, just in time, bro. What are you saying?
What's going on, everyone? You all right? Yeah, you can hear me good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no, we can hear you.
I hope everyone's okay, man. Feeling good, bro.
Yeah, man. No, yeah, it's been a long week, but we made it through another week. But yeah, no, good to see everyone's well, and thanks everyone. Obviously, Ola and Lance for jumping on with us today. But listen, we thought, you know what, no better place to start. Obviously, as well, when I start this video, anyone who's checking us out, please do make sure to smash that like button as you come in, and do check out the channel, check out the content, and if you like, do subscribe. But listen, we thought what better place to start than with the champions, a 1-0 loss at home to Brighton. I mean, they lost their last home game at home to Burnley, and that was a shock after like almost 4 years without losing a game at home. No one expected it. But now this time, another 1-0 loss, and this time it was actually deserved. Brighton actually deserved to win this game. It wasn't like the Burnley one where they did the classic Burnley sit back for 95 minutes and then just jamming their way to a win. Brighton actually played some decent football.
Yep.
And I feel like they deserve to win. So before we come on to our usuals, let's go to the Liverpool fan. Lamps, bro, talk to us, man. What was that game saying for you?
Yeah, man, just so everyone knows, I'm reporting live from a cave right now. It's a bit dark where I am. But
nice.
You know what?
Dark.
I think, John, I spoke to you during the game, and I can recall on the 25th minute, I actually sent you a voice note saying, this is a game that I know Liverpool's not going to win today. Like, we're either going to lose or we're going to get a draw. The reason why I said that is because last season, there was something that was very different about Brighton when we played them. I always say that whenever we play Brighton, for some reason, even though Liverpool might win, Brighton are very good on the ball. They know how to keep the ball. They know how to make the pitch wide. They're not like one of the smaller teams that just put balls into the box. This is a genuine team that knows how to play football. Now, obviously, last year, we had good defenders. So playing against Brighton, even though they played well, we had defenders that could at least, get a job done.
Yeah.
The other day, I just kind of knew with the defense we had and the way Brighton were playing, we were in trouble. Every time Brighton got a corner, every time Brighton put the ball into the box, I was scared because I know, although Nat Phillips might be good in the air, I know there's a mistake in him. Although Jordan Henderson might be a very good player and might be all right defensively, really and truly, it's not his position. So stuff like positioning, he's not going to be the best when it comes to that. Also, in the air, he's not going to be the best. Also, when Liverpool got the first chance, it was like, I think it was within the first 5 minutes.
Salah,
As soon as Salah missed that, I said, yep, I know what kind of game this is going to be. I know exactly what kind of game this is going to be because with chances like that, if you score early in the game, it changes the game of football a bit. So it's kind of a chance Salah needed to score, and he didn't score it. So the moment he didn't score it, I just knew, you know what? It's St. Liverpool's day today, man. But one thing I will say is, with all the injuries we have, I'm surprised that we're still somehow in the top four. I'm surprised we're still somehow in the top four. Because I was looking at it. Man City last year, Laporte got injured, and that was enough to derail their whole campaign. I think they said something like in January they were behind by like 20 points.
20, I think.
Around this stage they were behind by like 20 points. Now we've had major injuries, including Van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Matip's been injured, Jota's injured now for months. We've had loads of injuries, and the fact that we're only 7 points behind, I think is a credit to how good Jurgen Klopp is as a manager, and I'm not going to say how good this Liverpool team is, but it shows that we are strong, but we're not given the credit we necessarily deserve. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a tough one. I don't see Liverpool necessarily doing anything in this league campaign. I think top four would be the aim, but it will be difficult to make. But I think we'll be aiming for top four, man. I think that anyway, wrote off any league chances. I already knew in my head, listen, we weren't going to win the league, but in a way, the loss against Brighton is good because it's given fans that closure. That look, let's stop worrying about winning the league. Let's now focus on top four. That's what's important now. So with me, although it was a hard pill to swallow, I'm kind of okay with it because it's given me that closure that, look, stop worrying about the league. You can't win it anyway. Focus on top four. Hopefully, get the Champions League.
Yeah, no, that's fair, man. And I think for a lot of Liverpool fans, I think I even saw like Jamie Carragher in the media say that I think they need to focus on top four for the moment before they even start having any more thoughts about the title, which is fair. And you got Man City next, which is obviously the big game of the weekend. So, I mean, Jalil, man, what did you make of that game? Were you shocked that Brighton went there and deservedly won?
I mean, what it do to be a Liverpool fan, eh? Won the Champions League, do you know what I mean? And then won the Prem last season. What it do, do you know what I mean? But I mean, I hear your stress and I hear your struggles, man, at the end of the day, man. That was a game you shouldn't have lost. Let's be real, man. Let's be real. But I think, going back to what you said earlier in the season, I think everyone expected you lot to be losing or drawing a lot more games, and somehow you got the wins due to, a lot of the injuries you had, for example. But again, we're looking at players in the class that you got. Fabinho and Henderson's been holding it down for you. So I mean, it's just unfortunately it's not working at the moment, And as you say, I like that Phillips guy, but unfortunately he's got a bit of mistake. He's got a few mistakes in him as it goes. But going to man like Salah as well, man. I don't know how you feel about Salah as a Liverpool fan, but I like him, man. I like him, brother. And, when I'm watching him and that, if he ain't scoring, you guys ain't winning. Do you know what I mean? And or scoring as it is, because he's the one getting you goals and that. Do you know what I mean? So unfortunately, it was a bad day at the office for Salah and a lot of the Liverpool guys. But top four, it's got to be the aim for this season. Do you know what I mean? I think City's going to run away with it at the moment. But yeah, you said everything very well. But yeah, man, I still think you'll get top four, in my opinion, 100%. But yeah, it's just a rebuilding structure at the moment. Your defenders you just signed come in, might even get second, bro. I can see you getting second actually. Yeah. So, but I don't think you'll win it. Yeah, the league's long gone.
Yeah, I think another thing as well is because you mentioned Salah, and that is a good point. I think as well with Salah, if you look at Liverpool for the past couple of years, our chances are being created by our fullbacks. So by Robertson and Trent Arnold. Where was Trent, the generational player? I will get to that. Our chances are usually created by Trent Arnold and Robertson. But this season, they're not creating as much. Now, I think the reason why they're not creating as much isn't because it's not because of their quality. I think it's because teams are starting to realise the football Liverpool play. because everyone that watches Liverpool knows the fullbacks are going to push forward. They're going to play crosses into the box. So it's a style that you can at least prepare for because you've seen it. You've seen this movie before. You know what's going to happen. But yeah, with regards to Trent, this generational talent, I think Trent Arnold doesn't get the credit he deserves. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. I think even though he's not playing the best football right now, I kind of believe rival fans don't want him to do well. So because they don't want him to do well, it's funny to criticize him. Same thing with for example, Thiago. Now, Thiago, for me, he's come to Liverpool and Thiago has looked good. Every time I've watched Thiago, I've said, wow, like our midfielders are passing to the side. He's the only one passing forward. Our midfielders are doing are doing things that aren't so intelligent. He's the only guy doing something intelligent. So there was something in the game against Brighton that he did. And it's funny because he did it for Bayern Munich. The only problem is, for Bayern Munich, he was playing that ball to Lewandowski.
Yeah.
To Liverpool, he was playing that ball to Firmino, who's not in form. Now, it was the exact same chip ball from a free kick. Intelligent free kick.
Yeah.
Lewandowski was able to slot it. Firmino, for some reason, let the ball bounce. And then the chance came to nothing. Now, people would say, Thiago slows down Liverpool. Thiago does this, Thiago does that. But then they don't look at things like that Thiago is actually doing. I think Thiago is just playing amongst players that just aren't as intelligent. Liverpool football, yeah.
Let me ask you two questions, yeah?
Yeah.
The Trent one quickly. Do you not think he warrants the not the hate, but the slander he's been getting at the moment? Because if you look at players like who's got credit in the bank, like a Bannigan for Arsenal, for example, he ain't been performing, but we're allowed to get onto him, for example. Trent ain't really been the guy. But Thiago now, I hear what you're saying about Thiago, because Thiago reminds me of someone like Bruno, who tries bare stuff, and at another team with top players slotting it, doing their business. But Liverpool, I think you guys need to start making some changes.
With the whole Trent Arnold thing, all right, so I'll give you an example. I honestly just believe it's more rival fans getting onto Trent Arnold because it's funny to get onto him, or they want to get onto him. So I'll give you an example. People do it without even realizing. So I think last week, everyone was having a conversation about Trent Arnold here, right? And someone said, I think it was Ed, the last guest you had on, he said, where was Trent Arnold in the first leg in the Champions League against Barcelona?
Oh, yeah.
Now, everyone in this chat said, yeah, man, Trent Arnold was getting finished. Trent Arnold didn't even play. Trent Arnold did not play. Everyone was like, Trent Arnold was getting finished. So this is what I'm trying to say. Like, I believe people want that to happen. People want that. So, for example, Wan-Bissaka was scored.
Hey, Rash, that was me and you, bro.
A ball would be put into the box. Wan-Bissaka will miscontrol the ball into the net. And
can I just say something?
Yeah.
When you said that, I didn't make a comment, by the way. I just read,
because
I could I couldn't remember the first leg, to be honest. I can't remember saying, where was he? Because I can't even remember that first leg. I know. What I know is that they got slapped the first leg by Barca, innit? And they had to come back. So that might have been what I was nodding to, but I wasn't to Trent having a bad game, because I can't, to be honest, I can't remember that. But yeah.
I mean,
that was
to be
John
fair,
all by himself.
I mean,
no, it wasn't me. I think it was something by a brother that said it, but I didn't step in. I didn't step in. So it is my fault slightly.
I mean, to be fair, Trent Arnold, when he did start the second leg, was one of the important players for Liverpool in that, and so he did make an impact. But yeah, it's like, as I was saying, like, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes will put the ball into the box. Wan-Bissaka will miscontrol the ball into the net. Man United get a goal. And then United fans will be tweeting, Trent Arnold, come outside. Come outside to do what? Like, people won't be giving Trent Arnold the credit. Or Reece James will go on a run of games where he's good for like 5 games. And then everyone's saying Reece James is better than Trent Arnold. It's like, I don't know. I don't believe Trent Arnold gets the respect he deserves. And I think people need to look at the fact that at the age of 20, he's in the Champions League. At the age of 20, he's in a Champions League final. He's breaking the record for assists as a defender at the age of 20 in the Premier League. Gets his team to a Champions League final at the age of, I think it's 19. We end up losing that. The season after that, he gets himself into the Champions League, ends up winning. And that's the season where he broke the record for assists for a defender. He got 12. And then he didn't stop there. The season after that, he broke his own record again and got 13 assists and won the league for Liverpool. So when we're talking about generational talent, I think we have to take things like this into consideration. We all know that he's not the best defender, but I don't know. I kind of feel as if everyone wants to get onto Trent Arnold because it's funny.
Is there a better right back in the Prem? Is there?
In my opinion, you know what? In my opinion, no. But I will say something though. I honestly, like, everyone knows, my brothers knows that, and Ed, when we have football conversations on our group chat, I highly rate Ricardo Pereira.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
I think he's one of the most. Yeah. I think he's one of the most underrated right backs in the world, if you ask me.
100%.
Because if he was playing for a big team, Ricardo Pereira, if he was playing for a big team, everyone will be talking about him. So I think Trent Arnold is the best right back. However, I believe if Ricardo Pereira played for Liverpool or played for a bigger team, we might be talking about Ricardo Pereira being better than Trent Arnold.
You're forgetting the City right back, man. That's the Portuguese fella.
Cancelo.
Yeah, you're forgetting him.
Cancelo's good, but he needs to. It's only been. I think this is like first proper season, right? So
first proper season,
I need to see 2 years of consistency from Cancelo before I could give him that. Because with Ricardo Pereira, we've seen it. We've seen the quality. Do you know what I'm saying? So with Cancelo, he's good. Don't get me wrong. Cancelo is very good going forward. He's probably the best fullback on the ball going forward. He's probably on the ball. His dribbling is ridiculous, but I think we need to give him 2 years. We need to see what he can deliver for Man City. I still believe as well, Man City need to win the Champions League. They need to win it. You can't keep bullying Everton and the league. And we want to see you do this against Bayern Munich. We want to see you do this against PSG. This is when stars are made. Trent Arnold, he went to them trenches in the Champions League and he proved himself. So I want De Bruyne to prove himself in the Champions League, not get knocked out by Tottenham. I need these men to prove themselves as well.
I mean, listen, I hear what you're saying. I think, you know what? I think a lot of the Trent slander comes from the fact that I think when people say generational players, you have a lot of Liverpool fans, and maybe a lot of this is social media, that say Trent's going to be better than Dani Alves. And that's when people are like, listen, slow down. You know, it's been 2 seasons. You can't be comparing them, man, already. You know, Dani Alves is probably the best right back we've seen. You know what I'm saying? So after 2 years.
I think, but the reason why people are saying that is because I can't remember what Dani Alves was doing at the age of 20 or 19, 20, 21, but I don't think he was breaking records the way Trent is. This is why, obviously, I understand. Like, I think it is wild when people start comparing players on the come up to players that have already established themselves and had wonderful like world-class careers. So I do kind of see that. I think Liverpool fans, you know what it is? We're gassed in it because there was a season when we were calling Flanagan the Red Cafu in it. I remember the season when we finished second and we were meant to win. Yeah, that was the Red Cafu play.
Flanagan.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, exactly, man. And I think, you know, I think with Trent as well, I don't know if I'm generally being correct. Maybe I'm incorrect, but usually English players, they tend to start off very well. And then by the time they get to 24, 25, it's like you've already seen their prime.
Yes.
You know, Dele Alli at 20, 21, people will say, "Raw, what's this guy going to do? His career's almost finished now. And he's 24.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think as well, like, this is why I tell people not to exaggerate with the credit they give Foden, because everyone exaggerates with Foden right now. But you know what? I actually went like online. I was doing some research because everyone talks about Foden and I haven't really watched him as a player. But you know, he's only started 23 games in the league. Foden's only started 23 games in the league, and from them 23 games, people saying stuff like he's better than Grealish, he's better than Maddison. Better than, I think with Foden,
hey, Jalil, don't hide. Jalil, don't hide.
It was me that said that, bro. I'll say it in my chest. But you got to remember one thing, yeah. I rate Foden. I rate Grealish highly.
Yeah.
At the moment, if you told me I could take one, I'm taking Foden. I'm taking Foden right now because he's got, in my opinion, more potential. Grealish is the bad boy, though. I'm never ever gonna say Grealish ain't a bad boy. But if you ask me to take one person now, I'll take Foden, and I'll take Foden just because of what Pep said. And he was seen as a crazy man a couple of years ago. I say this all the time. I'm keeping him because he reminds me of certain players like Messi and stuff. And bruv, I'm not gonna lie to you, I see it too. He's not gonna be on Messi's level. You're not gonna hit numbers, but his ability is there, bro. His ability is there.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it. Yeah. You know what? I was saying.
What can I just ask quickly? Just so you can back up your chat a little bit. What do you see that's Messi-esque in Foden?
Yeah.
Oh, his ability in it, the way he plays and stuff, in it. What he does. Do you know what I mean? Like, look, let's look at it like this, right? He gets goals. He's always in amongst the attacking with the attacking players. He's always there. He's always part of the play and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Not saying he's ever going to be where Messi is, but you know when people say, "Oh, that guy reminds me of how Ronaldo used to play," or "This guy reminds me of how someone used to play," you can just see the ability in the kid. He's never going to hit the numbers Messi's going to hit, never. But he's got potential.
I think Foden's got bags of potential and bags of skill. Is he Messi-esque? I can't see it. I can't see the similarities.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying
no. But like, so for instance, whatever Pep can see, it's obviously in my side is because Pep has been with Messi for a number of years and knows him inside out and might be able to see something that the normal person just can't see because we're not that. But I think Foden is an amazing talent. Definitely has got a brilliant future. Bright prospect. Is he Grealish's levels yet? I've already said I don't think he is.
No.
You know what as well, right? You know what as well? I always say to people, when it comes to football, right? I respect Arsenal because they're good with bringing their players through the academy. They're good at bringing their players through the academy. And I don't care what no one says, man. Saka's better than Foden, man. I'm saying it in my chest. Saka's better than Foden. Saka's not given the credit he deserves, man. No,
Saka's a baller, isn't it? Saka's a baller.
Remember, we were speaking about the best English prospect, who's the best one come out, and I believe it to be Saka.
I believe it's Saka as well. So you know what? Let me say, Saka is.
Wait, hold on, you man. What are we saying about what this guy's saying? What are we saying about Harvey Elliott? H.O. saying he's better than all of them.
No, Harvey Elliott's good. But let's relax with him right now, innit? I think he needs to. He's doing well for a 17-year-old in Championship. I can't lie, he's doing madness. But we can't put him in
time.
You can't say he's doing. You can't say he's better when he hasn't been tested against Premier League quality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, he's saying he will be better then. So he's not saying he is right now. He's saying he will be. But again, I agree with you.
Possibly.
We've seen the man do it in the Prem. You know what I'm saying?
It's possible, yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, it's possible. But I'm giving it to Saka. So... I'm giving it to Saka. I just believe with Saka, there's a maturity about his game. He's almost become Arsenal's most important player. And for me, Saka's different. He's different gravy to me, man. I'll put Saka ahead of Foden, but I can understand why people would say Foden's better. But for me, Saka is that guy, man. I somehow wish he was playing in Liverpool. You man are lucky to have him still because he's world class. He's going to be world class. He's going to be world class.
Yeah, no, we're definitely. I've got something to say on. Listen. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to bring you in now. I'm just going to read out a few of the comments, but I'm about to bring you in. But Ed's saying Saka, Ben, Foden, OMG. So Ed clearly doesn't agree. H.O. saying Saka's
when he was on the
Pepe.
team, you know. I'm just saying, Ed went this vocal when he was on the team.
Hey, Rash in the shots. He's trying to get Ed to jump in live today. Hey, listen, Sarah Eda, big up to you saying Trent is a fraud, only has a right foot. Damn. Wait, Lambs, no ratings there still.
You know what? You know that comment. You know them kind of comments are scary, because that's like you take off man's whole foot. It's like that's like saying if Robin didn't have a left foot. What? You can't take man's whole foot and talk about he's only got a right foot. Many players only have that one foot. Like that is normal. Like,
I think that's okay for football as well. That's kind of okay for football as well.
If you take off Robin's left foot, he's not better than Walker. So I don't know. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But listen. I don't know. Before we move on, Rash, Ola, do you mind have anything you want to add on Liverpool, or before we crack on with the Arsenal talk?
No, I just think a lot of people are writing Liverpool off a lot earlier than they should. I think the way the season has been going, it's so topsy-turvy that anything can happen in the next 4 to 6 weeks that can change everything. I mean, we could go on a sick run and end up challenging for, you know what I mean? Anything can happen this year. So I don't think it's right to write off Liverpool yet, because it's not like they're playing poorly. They're just getting a poor run of results compared to what we're used to with them over the last few years.
Yeah. No. Ola, what are you saying?
The thing I don't get about Liverpool is their record against the top 6. They haven't lost any of the top 6. But it's like it's the bottom 6 that they're struggling with. They're struggling with the teams near the bottom. Now, usually it's teams that, they can't break them down due to creativity. Now, I was surprised watching that Brighton game because Brighton actually played football. That's what actually shocked me. I was thinking, hold on, Liverpool should actually beat this team if they're going to come out and play. But I was surprised to actually see Brighton actually play well and get the result, which is fully surprising to me. But regarding Liverpool, you can't write them off only due to the fact that they could go and beat City and then they're right back into it. But what they need to do is find out how to beat these smaller teams, because they don't have any problem beating the bigger teams. So I honestly believe they can beat Man City and they'll be right back in the title race. So I'm not going to write them off just yet.
I think Jota will be key to Liverpool beating the smaller teams. But he's the only player that I think is capable of doing.
Relishes the chances against them, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? One thing I do want to say though, as much as we can all banter Liverpool and everything, the comparisons that you see being made out there, and Lamb's referred to it about Laporte last season, I think they kind of need to be stopped. Man City had Laporte injured. Liverpool have had Van Dijk, Gomez, Matip. They've had to put Fabinho as centre-back, which has ruined their midfield. They've had to put Henderson as centre-back, which has ruined their midfield. They've had Mane out at periods. They've had Alisson out at periods. They've had Trent out at periods. Yeah. I mean, no offense, but when you got 5 or 6 of your first core man out, it's going to be a struggle. And Liverpool squad ain't never been the best. They've been lucky with injuries, but still, injuries are injuries. You know what I'm saying? City 5-6 man key out, they're not doing nothing. And also, I still want to see City do it against proper teams. I've noticed they've been keeping clean sheets against some bummier teams, but they've been doing it. Well, let's see what happens this Sunday when they play against Liverpool. And then they got Spurs. I mean, Spurs are a waste of time. But, the harder test will be coming. And also with City, the point about the Champions League, I think, is a fair one. Because something that for me doesn't get spoken about enough is the fact that City, with a prime Yaya, prime Aguero, prime David Silva, prime Company, and all them, man, were going out in the group stages against Villarreal.
Exactly.
Yeah. that has to be questioned.
Yeah.
So, boy, but listen, we'll come back to City. But listen, Ola and Rash, I'm going to come to you guys first here. Listen, Arsenal Wolves, as I said, it reminded me a lot about, playing for my local team, and anyone who plays for my local team, like Jalil, will appreciate this, We don't have many games where we're in control. But every once in a while, you get a nice half, and you're like, right, everything's going well. We're playing good today. It's almost half time. We're about to go in and say, yeah, lads, this is more like it. and then 2 minutes later, you're walking into half time like, raw. How the hell's our back against the wall and we got 10 men? Because that's the type of thing Arsenal do. I literally was about to get up and get a glass of water, thinking, all right, half time, we played well for once. Come back, I'm like, raw, why is it 1-1 and we got 10 men? So, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Arsenal do to you. They do a madness. So before I come on to you, Rash, Ola, man, talk to me about that game because, you know, I'm very harsh on Arsenal, but I feel like we actually played well first half. I felt Pepe was getting into the groove. Saka, again, really good. Smith Rowe picking up good spaces. Partey was bossing it. Xhaka was playing like an average midfielder, which is better than what he usually does. So we were looking decent, you know what I'm saying? So give me your thoughts, bro.
Okay.
Hey, you know how to come with that on Xhaka, man.
So as I was watching the game, first minute of the game, Saka has a chance, hits the post. So when the game started like that, I was thinking, okay, this is a good start. It's looking like, even though you should have scored, I'm thinking, okay, it's looking like we're in control of the game or whatnot. So the game goes by, we're dominating Wolves. Pepe scores a wonder goal, gets past 2 players. Obviously, I have to mention that. Gets past 2 players, right foot that people didn't think he had, puts it in the corner, goalkeeper doesn't move. I thought, yes, these are perfect start for me, because obviously I'm a Pepe fan as well as an Arsenal fan. So I thought, great start. Then the game continues to go on. I'm thinking we need to get another goal because we're dominating here. And knowing Arsenal, something silly will happen and they will concede. But when I say something silly, I did not expect that to happen. I mean, the striker was played through. To David Luiz's defense, he tries to get out of the way and leaves the striker. Now, we've seen David Luiz in bonehead moments, for example, against Chelsea, when Tammy Abraham was in. And I was screaming at my screen, just leave him, let him score. This time he actually leaves him. And as William Jose is running, his studs hit David Luiz's knee. So at first I'm thinking, this isn't even a penalty. But if you want to give a penalty, okay, I'm fine with that. Then I see a red card come out. And then I was thinking, hold on, this doesn't make sense. Clearly VAR is going to check this. So David Luiz waiting on the pitch, VAR checks it, and he still gives the red card. So I knew from then, okay, this is just a complete write-off. We have 10 men now. I thought Wolves are going to win this game quite comfortably, to be honest. So the second half starts, Moutinho scores a 30-yard wonder goal, which it doesn't matter if we had 11 men. We're not stopping that. So they go up 2-1. And even as we were with 10 men, I thought, we're still having chances. We're still attacking this team. Partey was picking up the ball in very good positions. Sometimes the final pass wasn't there, but he was trying. He was playing well. I thought we're getting in a lot of good positions to actually score. And then the Leno thing happens, which I'm not going to get onto him too harshly because he's been one of our best players this season. And I also think it's also due to the fact that his head was gone from when he went to 10 men. And even when he got sent off, he was arguing with someone as he was walking off the pitch. So I believe his head was already gone. Because usually, like, come on, a goalkeeper comes out, runs a punch. It didn't even make sense. Like, I was watching it, I was thinking, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, Karius wouldn't even do this. Adrian wouldn't do this. Like, what's going on here? So that happens. We go down to 9 men. I thought, oh, yeah. I was actually going to turn my TV off, to be honest. Wolves, I thought, okay, they're going to score 3rd or 4th. To my surprise, they didn't even score another goal. Arsenal even had another chance for Aubameyang. Obviously, it's not his fault. Shot got blocked. So we could have still equalized with 9 men. So then we go in and we lose. Now, my point is this. I'm not going to be harsh on the players because they tried their hardest. We went down to 10 men with a half left. We went out to 9 men. So we weren't expecting anything in the first place. And they still had chances to bring the game back. So I'm not angry at the players. I'm solely angry at the referee. He ruined a beautiful game of football. Everyone was enjoying that game up until that moment. Even neutrals will enjoy that game. Arsenal were actually attacking well. And then the game just got completely ruined. And we all knew what was going to happen. Wolves were going to eventually end up winning. I thought it was going to be more comfortable, but Wolves end up getting a win in the end. And the referee just ruined the game. That's all I can really say about it. But right now, I'm still angry with what the referee's done because to me, it just doesn't even make sense.
No, I agree. I think that's very well broken down. I think, you know, like you said, we usually tell David Luiz, hey, just let the man go. He did this time. I mean, questions still have to be asked about why he's on the wrong side in the first place. That still has to be asked. I think he thought half-time was about to be blown and completely forgot there was a game going on and got caught out. But he did let the man go and he shouldn't have been sent off. I agree with that. But after that, like you said, we didn't crumble. Moutinho scored a wonder goal. I don't even know how often he scores. I think it's very rare. So, yeah, sometimes you just have to take that, give credit where credit is due. As HO says, Moutinho's a very underrated player. He's actually done very well in the Prem since he came with Wolves. He was a snippet for 5 million. But, yeah, the Leno thing, to be honest, it's one of those ones where it literally looked like Leno said, you know what, I just want to go home. Because he just punched like, I'm done with this game. Like, it wasn't discreet. You know, how do you feel you can get away with that when it's VAR? You know you're not going to. So, and he just looked pissed off, like you said. So Rash, man, like, Olo said it very well. We were actually playing some good attacking football in the first half. You know, I feel like the only one that was letting us down was Bellerin in terms of final production. I think there was one cross Bellerin tried with his left foot that went out for a throw on the other side, which I was like, wow, that's mad. I don't know how you do that. But listen, Rash, talk to me, man. Like, what do we take from that game?
Oh, it was brilliantly broken. I can't really say much different to what you have said. So I'll just break it into for the four. I'll say a few comments about 4 stages of the game. All right. Beginning of the game, all over them, playing exactly how we want us to play. Yeah, dominant in possession, dominant in attacks. You know, it looked like a walk in the park. Wolves, they couldn't handle us. Yeah, it's clear. And we was going to win that game by multiple goals, I could tell. Yeah. Second phase, I saw that we was over the period of time for play. Referee was supposed to have blown his whistle. Yeah. From our goal kick. Yeah. Then I saw the referee put it to his mouth when the ball was being headed back. Yeah. And he still allowed them to play. And do you know what? While they was playing towards the goal, I was like, this is typical, you know. Something's going to happen right here. They're either going to score or there's going to be a madness. Now, the madness was involving Luiz. And as much as people are like to diss him recently and call him a clown and say it's typical behavior and this and this and that, he didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything wrong. And the people that are trying to say he is doing something wrong, it's the equivalent of saying that if a man is running alongside another man with the ball, but the man with the ball accidentally treads on the man's foot and then goes down, that it's a foul to him. Yeah. Or that it's that guy's fault. That's the equivalent of what they're saying. And it's ridiculous. Yeah. The referees are biased and it's clear because at halftime, when that dinosaur in the background was breaking down why it is a red card and why it would have been somehow better if he had put in a challenge. He's talking crap because it would have been a direct red card. I've never seen someone put in a challenge, be the last man, stop them from scoring and stay on the pitch. So he's just talking rubbish anyway. Yeah, and Keown then jumping onto it. Oh yeah, well, he didn't go for the ball. But he didn't even go for the man. He didn't go. And you know what? Keown's starting to get on my nerves as well. He's moving like a right snake when he talks about Arsenal as well. It's just a thing of like, I don't understand the logics in the law. And even if it is the law, the referee's allowed to go and look at the video screen for a reason. VAR says, hey, we think it's a red, blah, blah, blah. You can have a look. He's chosen not to look. Why? Because he trusts the VAR referees based on their bias towards Luiz anyway. If you look at what the guy said in the halftime match analysis, the referee said, well, it's like the third or fourth time he's done it. He's prone to know they're doing these silly decisions. So he should have learnt by now. So already they have already made up in their head that he's clumsy, he's made this decision. It's definitely a red, and without even reviewing it properly. Yeah, that's the second phase that I think cost us the game.
Who's Rash?
I'm here.
No, look, my brother's gone completely dark. Maybe that's for you. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the next phase of the game is second half. All right, Moutinho bangs a goal. Yeah, unstoppable. Nothing you can do about that. We weren't playing poor with 10 men. We was playing good. We were still on top of them and had chances. Matter of fact, I thought we could still take it to them. We had possession still. Yeah, and then Leno goes and does his thing. Yeah, that to me is that you can't make any excuses for that. He clearly, I don't even know if he lost his head. I just think he went into autopilot where he just forgot, oh yeah, I'm outside of the box. I can't use my hand. He's a goalkeeper. The primary thing he's going to use his hands. When he realized that he kind of misjudged the bounce and it was going to hit his thigh, he's not a baller, so he's not going to take that down. And do you know what I mean? He's going to do some mad goalkeeper thing, which is punch it into oblivion like no one can see when there's cameras all over the pitch. Yeah. So even after that, and when we went into the 2 banks of 4, and that's all we had, 4 in defense, 4 in midfield. I thought we held it down well. Everyone worked hard. They tried hard. They even tried to push to get some sort of result. Normally, Arsenal would have capitulated. We've seen it happen before. Yeah, they would have just probably lost that game 4 or 5-0 last season. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So credit to their attitude. But yeah, man, referee ruined the game. I was devastated because the next day I watched the game over and I was more convinced, that the referee made the wrong decision. Not that it shouldn't have been a pen, definitely a pen. Red card, no way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, it was just such a setback. However, the way we played and the way Villa played yesterday, I'm not too worried.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, man. Again, I think you spoke on the point brilliantly about the red card incident. I don't really know why they changed the rule. I liked how it was before, very clear. You're one-on-one, you get taken out no matter how, you get sent off. It was clear. Even if you felt sometimes it was unjust, it wasn't a red, we knew what the line was. Now all this thing of if you try and play for the ball, you get a yellow, but if you just hack a man, you get a red. It's like, well, it's very easy to disguise a tackle to make it look like you're going for the ball, but really you're hacking a man.
The biggest change is that the fact that they've given the referees the ability to go and review the actual challenges themselves, and he chose not to even go and look.
Yeah, exactly.
That is poor judgment.
Did they give him the option though?
Look, whenever VAR make a call, especially in regards to the penalty, the referee has an automatic option to go and have a look, to review it himself. They don't always have to be told, hey, you might want to come and look at this because I'm not sure. Because the VAR had already kind of made up their mind. However, when it's something like that, the referee couldn't have been too sure, because one thing he does know is that Luiz didn't put in a challenge. So how does he know that the guy didn't dive? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, from the VAR saying no, it is a pen, there's contact. Okay, well now you're trying to say that for him to get a red card, that is that there's malicious intention behind it, or a prevention to stop the goal openly, or to take down the man, or go for the ball. He ran, and the man's trailing leg from his own stride kicked Luiz. If the ref saw that, I'm not doubting in a second that he would say, "No, that's not about that." I even reckon he may even gone back in the back at halftime and said, "I think I made the wrong decision, but I've got to stay strong and wrong right now."
Yeah, no, you're right, and I think the decision to uphold David Luiz's red card was purely based on the fact of they turned around Bednarik's one against United Southampton. No? So they thought, we can't turn both of them around. And David Luiz, like you said, is the easy scapegoat. Everyone's going to call him a clown or donkey anyway. So let's just keep his red card because no one cares. It's Arsenal. They're the banter club. Let's just keep it moving. So, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, Jalil, just going to come to you, man, quickly. Like, you know, I guess we've kind of spoken about the negatives. I guess let's talk about the positives. And I guess the main one for me was probably Pepe. He's looking really good on that left-hand side. He's looking hungry. And yeah, man, talk to me about him.
Well, you know, for me, there wasn't really much positive to take, bro, for me.
Damn.
And that's coming from Mr. Positive himself. That's it.
Exactly.
The reason why I say that is because I'm in a lot of group chats. Everyone's watching the Arsenal game. Oh, this is one of the best performances I've seen from Arsenal. Is it really? Results speak. 1-0 wasn't great. How could that be one of the best? 1-0 wasn't great. We were playing good, don't get me wrong. Realistically, like the boy said before, we should have got a few more. David Luiz, I know you're not saying, oh, he's not a clown. He didn't really tackle. He is a clown. Because you don't stop until the whistle's blown. Don't chill until the whistle's blown. Why are you out of position? And it was only him out of position. So everyone's like, oh, for once, David Luiz didn't make a mistake. But he ran back. He didn't make a mistake there, but he made a mistake before because he was getting ready to go in. Everybody's watched it, and I don't understand why that's not being picked up. He is the clown, bro. He is the clown. I'm not having that. He's not a clown because he fucked up the results. So, having said that, it would have been a better performance going in 2 goals up, not 1 goal up, and then thinking about it because we should have buried it. And we had a few opportunities, if that makes sense. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Leno over there. Yeah, I can't. Bob, not De Gea is better, bruv. After what Leno done, De Gea is better. You know what I mean? Because that's undefendable. I can't defend you. Yeah. I can't defend you. That's undefendable, bro. You're running out and doing that nonsense, bruv. Head it away or something. Go put it on your chest and try and take it past. And then Adama Traore, he's a big fella. Do you know what I mean? Well, clad into him and act like you got fouled. That's the best you could have done rather than hitting it out of your hand. He knew what he was doing. He was getting tired. I don't know what's going on there. There's not much positives. That's not much positives to take from that. Yeah, Partey had a good game, spreading it and stuff. Still weren't good enough for me. Xhaka, I know you're saying he's average for me. He was below average. The defense didn't do too well in regards to shutting my man down. I know it was a good strike. But who was around, bro? Bro, it was poor, bro. I don't know why everyone's saying we had a good first half. We didn't have a good first half, in my opinion, but that's just me, and that's not coming from me.
Sorry.
Hey, this is a new Jalil. This is a new Jalil, man. Hey, I like this Jalil still. Jalil, I like it.
I do. I just think. What? So you don't think Partey was having a good game?
Well, what actually happened? The goal.
To be fair, he put a couple mad balls through, Jalil.
No, but the goal came from his midfield. Him and Xhaka was nowhere to be seen. That should have been popped into my man's corner. I'm going to be honest, bruv. He's so sick. He's good.
Yeah, attacking. It's not like he was just strolling.
Huh? I didn't say that.
It's not like he was just strolling in the midfield and no one was there and he just took a shot.
I didn't say that. I said no one was.
No, but you're saying where was the midfield? They were there. If you look how he popped it around the midfield. That's why Leno got banged. That's why he couldn't see it.
No one's shooting like that when I'm there, bro. You need to do better. You need to do better. You know what? Let me bring it back to reality. Yeah. Pepe.
Pepe.
One of his critics. Yeah. Hands up. Hands up. Real shit. Hands up. After the last 3 games, I'll say I want him to stay. I really want him to stay.
Wow.
So, but and the only thing is, there was a lot of fans saying, "Oh, let him play with the boys, Xhaka, Martinelli, Laka. Let him see the link up play. Partey. Yeah, exactly. Let him see the link up play." And I was thinking, bruv, if he's not doing it now, what makes you think he's gonna do it with a better team? Boy, was I wrong. Bruv, man just took it. Man took some souls that evening. I don't know what he done. Bruv, they're not making the box. I'll be like that. Ref. I mean, coach, get me off. Get me off. Do you know what I mean? Get me off. Disrespectful. So me, I'm gonna put my hands up. I'm liking what I've been seeing from Pepe recently. You know, I've got to show love. I got to show love there. You know, and when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. When I'm right, I'm right.
Yeah.
And so all in all, I wish it was a better performance for me. No one gets above a 5 other than Pepe, but that's just me.
Ooh,
okay.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Wow,
listen,
bro.
Jalil, this is
we had 9 minutes, didn't get slapped.
Bro, you know, like in WWE when them man go from like good to heel, it feels like Jalil's made a heel turn, fam.
You know what? Yeah. You know what I was gonna say about Arsenal. Even when Arsenal went down to 10 men, I said to my brother, I said that Arsenal have been pretty good with 10 men. So I said it's gonna take a world-class goal from Wolves to win the game. And I believe if Moutinho didn't score as early as he did, you man could have got away with it. You man could have got away with a draw still. I believe you could have definitely got away with a draw.
I think the lads worked hard too.
What I wanted to ask is this though, yeah. So obviously we're saying it's not a red card, but does anyone believe it was actually a foul? Like, should a penalty have been given?
It has to, because he's through on goal and he's the last man. That's why it has to.
I'm not sure he touched him though.
He did. He didn't. He kicked his knee. He kicked his knee. If you look at it, and I saw it straight away. If you look at the VAR, the trailing leg when he's running, the trailing leg kicks David Luiz's knee.
Yeah,
Luiz didn't make any advancements towards him. It was the guy's trailing leg, and that's what put him down. It actually brought Luiz down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So listen, but the reason why it has to be a pen, it has to be is because there was contact. That's all, because there was contact. Yeah. However, the card business, if the referee just uses intellect, he would know that he couldn't give a red card for that. Anyone knows. That's why Arsenal are appealing it.
Sorry,
but they lost their appeal, bro.
Sorry,
already.
This comment.
Yeah, we lost their appeal, bro.
Today, yeah.
What this comment here?
This comment is wild. I had to what is that? What is that? What?
That's a disrespect.
Yo.
That can't be serious.
Boy, listen, who knows? Who knows? People are saying it's Oba on a. People are saying it's Oba, so we big up to Oba. We saw what he did.
Must be.
Huh?
The Oba on a burner account. It must be.
Yeah, it must be a burner account like KD in it. But listen, but yeah, man, I think we've spoken about Arsenal. It's a shame we couldn't get the win, but there were positives, and now we just have to go against Villa tomorrow. Play with Renison.
What's the aim? Yeah, what's the aim for you, man? What do you think?
From my personal aim, you know what? That's a great question, and I'm actually going to let each man in the panel, because obviously everyone else here is an Arsenal, other than yourself, is an Arsenal fan. But my personal aim is just let the youngsters grow and let people like Pepe and them, man, increase their value so that we can sell them in the summer. That's my goals for this season. We're not going to win Europa League. We're going to get knocked out probably against Benfica. The league is finished. So, yeah, I'm just looking for people to boost their value so we can sell them and then let the youngsters improve. Yeah, man, that's it for me. It's time to be cut for our Arsenal. We've been too soft for too many years. Bums like Yaya Sanogo got to stay at the club like 3 years. Jenkinson, 4 years. Mustafi, 4 years. We've had way too many bums sticking around for too long, and I don't want to be here in 3 years' time and still see Nketiah on the bench. You know, I want him gone this summer. Xhaka gone this summer. You know what I'm saying? But listen, that's just me, innit? So, Jalil, Ola, Rash, you, man, talk to me about that question.
I mean, that was a good question, to be fair. Very good question. What is the aim, man?
Yeah, great question.
The aim is to this season. I've said to the boys. I mean, I don't know if you saw my 3 to 5 year chat before, and I got slaughtered for it. But yeah, the aim is just to find balance. And I'll just like to say, you know, with Holden, for example, Holden's a perfect example with the game when we faced Villa before, and the way Barkley just had the ball in front of him, didn't do nothing, and he was backing off, going forward, backing off, and he didn't really try. And that was perfect, because if you saw that with Holden, he hasn't done that again since. So people need to learn from the mistakes. I think Arteta as well, it's all a learning curve. Remember, this is just Arteta's first managerial job. I think, in my opinion, end of the season, we got lucky. You know, we got lucky getting to where we got to get back into Europe. But having said that, I feel like we had to lose all those games to potentially benefit from where we are now. We ain't gonna, like John said, we're not winning nothing. You know, I'm here for players playing well and selling them on. I feel like the team, the guys upstairs done a good job in terms of getting a lot of people off the wage bills and that. And I'm just looking for big spending this summer and getting actual quality coming in, because Arsenal ain't got quality. So yeah, this season, nothing much. I'm still waiting for that 3-year plan. You know, that 3-year plan, and then we can talk.
Yeah, Ola.
Yeah.
I would say anywhere within the top 7, I'm happy with. I believe Arsenal right now are currently only a couple points off 6th. And
I'll get that for you now while you talk.
Yeah, and I believe teams like Tottenham are not better than us. For example, like Tottenham have been absolutely terrible this season. But
we're going to talk about those frauds soon.
The only reason why they're ahead of us is because our start of the season is one of the worst I've seen in my entire life at Arsenal Football Club. So
it is the worst.
Yeah,
might as well say.
Yeah, it's the worst. So if I'm being honest, I believe we can still finish in the top 6 somewhere. We'll probably end up finishing maybe
5 points off 6, bro. 5 points off 6.
5 points. See, if it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I believe Arsenal could get a European finish, and then hopefully we can have the same luck we had with the FA Cup in the Europa League and somehow win that. But I wouldn't say we're favourites for that. Obviously, there's good teams in the competition. Even Man United are now in the Europa League. So I would say
another overrated team.
Yeah, I would say still. Yeah, they still can't beat us. Six league games they haven't beat us in. So
it's mad.
It's crazy. I believe anywhere in Europe is good for us, especially the way we started the season. Because at one point they were actually talking about relegation, which obviously I never believed in, but people were actually the guys like Armand Traore were going on Sky Sports talking about this team's gonna get relegated. They look like they don't want it, and I'm thinking, who are you, Armand? Maybe if we had you, we will get relegated. Like,
wait, is that the Armand Traore that got bodied by Drogba, made to do a flip, and then that one?
Yeah.
The one that then said Drogba was the best player ever played against because of that. No, he actually came out and said it. I'm not even lying. Apparently, it's all myth. He was. Hey, that's another horrible player we had. Thanks for reminding me, bro. Shit,
Arsenal have gone through their bad players. We've had Pascal Sigan, we've had Skilacci.
We've gone through this. We've gone through this memory lane.
What I find crazy is, I was even watching back the game where Arsenal beat Barcelona 2-1. I think Nicolas Bentner won the pitch. And Wenger was doing a job like that with those players. It's surprising. We were getting top. We had
Jack Wilshere though.
We had Wenger. We had Wenger. Wenger knew how to get a top 4 finish.
Yeah, we had one thing I would say. We had very good technical midfielders. We had the Fabregas.
Fabregas.
I mean, unbelievable technical players. So, yeah.
So yeah,
I believe anywhere in the top 7 is a good finish. I believe guys like Pepe hopefully continues to play, continues to grow. I wouldn't want him sold. I want us to build around our main players, our Parteys, our Pepes, our Gabriels now. The way I look at it is Gabriel and Partey have improved our spine of the team. So now we have a solid centre-half. We have a solid centre-mid. We can all, even though Leonard did his madness, we have one of the best goalkeepers in the league. And then, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Aubameyang, he's a goal scorer. So we have him up front.
He's not a striker, though.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, I don't think we could play him centre forward. I don't think so. But I believe in the summer, we need to make one statement signing at number 10. And I believe that that's where we can improve. I honestly believe we need to change our right back as well. I'm not a big fan of Bellerin, but I believe anywhere in Europe this season is a good finish.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you spoke of all the right points. And just before I get on to you, Rash, for your opinion, just a couple of comments. HO saying, good to mention Ola United in Europa. Hey, listen. Ed saying, playing United is your trophy. It's mad. Listen. HO saying you guys never had cinema upon goal. Listen, bro, cinema upon goal wasn't worse than Yaya Sanogo, bro. No footballer's worse than that bum. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean,
David Ngog. David Ngog wasn't worse than Sanogo.
I mean, we had Jay Sperrin.
Oh,
and Jay Sperrin was horrible.
So, he was a player. He was a player.
A couple of people as well.
Yeah, you guys did as well.
I mean, you say you had Jay Sperry, we had Craig Eastman that was getting games at a point, and people were talking about him being good.
Now.
Yeah,
we had Nathan Eccleston.
Yo, that
we will win. We will win. Actually,
we will win, lads.
We might not, because remember, Liverpool were trash for time.
Liverpool. That's what I'm saying.
They were trash for time.
Well done, Rash. Another good reminder. That's true. But listen, Rash, let me come to you, man. What are you saying for that question, man? What's your targets for the rest of this season, bro?
Us to finish in the top 10. I don't think we're going to get top 4. It would be good if we did. There's a possibility it can happen if we get a bit of consistency in victories and stuff like that. Do I see the other top teams falling enough for us to squeeze in? Maybe Tottenham. Don't know anyone else. You know what I mean? But so finishing finishing 10th would be a big fail. Finishing within that, like I'd say 8th or 7th would be an expectancy. If we can get in the European positions, I'd say that was a good season for Arteta for his first full season. And if we get anything further, I fear for Arsenal, because Arsenal fans will be so gassed that next season will be a write-off on its own. You understand? So I think the reality is 7th, 8th. Don't think we're going to win Europa, though it's a possibility that we could if we get our acts together. We've got the players in the positions to actually do it, if you think about it. We actually do. If we can get everyone fit at the same time and everyone playing top football, their top football, then I think we've got a strong chance, because player for player in top form, we actually can compete with most clubs. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I don't think it's a complete write-off for the season. It's just the way we are so fickle with success. I just can't see us being consistent enough to get a top position. However, finishing 7th, 8th, that's my expectancy. If you finish inside the Europe in the European standings, then I think that's a good season for Arteta.
No, I agree with that, and well said. I think everyone's kind of on the same lines. It's mainly about progression and just trying to finish as high as we can. Top 4, we're not gonna. It's too. We done the damage at the beginning of the season when we started like a relegation side. It's hard to come back from that, no matter how good you are in the second half of the season. So yeah, man, I think Arsenal just need to kind of keep their expectations realistic for now. But before we move on from Arsenal, I guess just really as a roundup of our discussion on Liverpool and Arsenal, I'm going to come to you because I've already asked you, Jalil and Rash. You've already given me your opinion on this, but I'm going to come to Ola first, and I'm going to ask Lamps. Ola, are you Arteta in or out?
See, I'm still not fully convinced. Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, I'm still not fully convinced with Arteta. I'll say right now I'm Arteta in, because we have been playing good football recent. You know, we've been getting results as well. We were unbeaten in 8 games. If someone told me at one point after the start of the season we had, in our next 8 we were going to win 6, draw 1, lose 1, I'll bite your hand off. You know what I'm saying? So although the loss was annoying, I mean, he's doing well right now. I can't say I'm Arteta out. It'll be crazy if I was to say such a thing. So yeah, I'll say I'm Arteta in for now.
Yeah.
But the jury's still out for him. I'm not too sure about
respect.
Him.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that's a balanced view to have. And Lamps, your question is more because I've seen some crazy things on Twitter, on social media. I'm seeing Klopp out trending sometimes. So I just want to make sure, bro. You Klopp in or you Klopp out?
It's a tough one, you know. It's a tough one. The only reason why I'm saying it's a tough one is because the obvious answer is Klopp in. But we saw Klopp's last season for Dortmund. He kind of does this thing where once he achieves everything, he falls off drastically. And I think him playing James Milner for 90 whole minutes in our last game is suggesting maybe he's starting to lose it. So I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. But obviously, I'm Klopp in. But if he keeps playing James Milner for 90 minutes, then I'm Klopp out. Definitely. Definitely. And I don't care what he's won for us. James Milner should not be on the pitch for more than 20 minutes. And that's to close off a game.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. It's mad still. I don't get... For 3 games in a row, a 35-year-old in less than a week has played 3 straight games.
I don't understand how it's in 2021 has been a weird year anyway, but I don't understand how James Milner's still a football player. He should be a coach. He should be a player manager for Preston or something. I don't know how he's in Liverpool Football Club. It doesn't make any sense. But man. We have to charge it to the game, innit? Yeah.
I think Milner had some good games, man. I think Milner had some good games, man. He puts in maximum effort, bro. Like he's a serious guy.
No, you're right. You're right. But with Milner, like you can pass the ball to his feet, and he will literally for him to touch the ball, you can see you can see that every inch of muscle in his body has to be forced to do it. Like he's about to pack up. Milner is on the edge. He's one stretch away from never playing football again.
Like him and Klopp are like the same age or something like that.
But anyone that watches Milner, he struggles. Like when you see,
I see that though.
It's very strange because this is the thing. Credit to Milner because he's been one of the fittest players in the Prem for years. Like if there's anything Milner's had over the years in his career, it's been fitness. But I think everyone can see, man. He's falling apart, man. He looks old. Like touching the ball, he's stretching all the time. The ball's bubbling off his feet. Like it's not nice. Like for me, it's not nice because I respect Milner. So watching it, it's ugly, man. It looks really bad. Like it's kind of like Lallana last year for Liverpool. You could see like it was too much of a struggle. And this is the thing. The worrying thing is, if Lallana wasn't getting injuries, Lallana and Milner will be starting for Liverpool in games right now. And that's what concerns me about Klopp sometimes, man. I don't know. Yeah. There's obvious things that everyone can see that Klopp doesn't see. And I don't know. Every Liverpool fan will say, like, Milner looks as if he's going through the trenches in every game he plays. And that's not right, man. It's not right.
Yeah. No, you're
you know
right.
What I say about Klopp and Milner? You know what I say about Klopp and Milner? It reminds me of there was a player at Dortmund as well. I think his name was Kevin Grosskreutz. I don't know how to say his name properly.
Oh yeah.
But now he's playing in he was playing in 4th division German league at the age of like 30. But for some reason, Klopp continued to play that guy because he works extremely hard.
Yeah.
That guy, I'm telling you, he can run around the whole pitch. He won't get tired or continue going. I think that's what it is. He knows that Milner's going to give him absolutely everything. Whether it's going to be good or it's going to be average, he doesn't care. As long as you give everything, it's almost as if that's all he cares about sometimes. So I feel as if that's the only reason why Milner plays. Because Milner doesn't have the quality to play for a top 4 side. Impossible.
Nah, 100%. You can see it even with Lallana, to be fair. He left Liverpool. He can't even start for Brighton. You know what I'm saying? So exactly. Yeah. Lamps is right on the money with that one. Klopp sometimes has his favourites, and when he does, they're going to play if he can play them. The only reason Milner doesn't start every week is because he's 35. If he was 33, he'll still be playing every week.
Exactly.
But yeah, man. But listen, it's been great so far. We still have quite a bit to discuss. But anyone watching, appreciate you all for tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button. If you're new, do subscribe. We've had some great opinions today. Obviously, Jalil and Rash as always, and Lamps and Ola are bringing it. But yeah, listen, we've been talking about some frauds. So let's get to the biggest frauds of all. The supposed title challenges of only 2 weeks ago. Where's Jesse? Tottenham Hotspur. Listen, it's all mad. Hey, Rash, you're looking for Jesse. He was here a few weeks ago in the chat talking Greece, and now we're 2 points behind them. So, boy. But listen, I've been trying to warn my Tottenham friend. Mourinho is a park the bus merchant. He's not going to change. Mourinho, what people need to understand, he never played football like that. Right? Mourinho didn't come up loving the game like that. Man came into it and said, you know what? I've never been rated. I'm just trying to win. I don't care what the fans think about the game. Mourinho is the guy that shamelessly lost to Barca 1-0 with 83%, when Barca had 84% possession and ran on the pitch. Like we said last time, ran on the pitch with his hand in the air like he played. Like it was him. Like he made a last-ditch block to let them win. He's shameless. So for Spurs right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm loving it because there were some fool Arsenal fans saying that they wanted Mourinho at Arsenal. That would have been the crowning moment for Banter FC, would have been Mourinho at Arsenal. Because he would have taken us even worse. And the karma about Mourinho is that he used to call Wenger like the specialist in fader and everything, right? Because back then, Mourinho thought he was going to run the table, get 5, 6, 7 prems. But it don't work like that. Football changes, and if you don't adapt, you're going to get left behind. Happened to Wenger. Fergie's the only one that adapted. But at the same time, Fergie adapted as well because he had Ronaldo and them, man. So obviously, it's easier to adapt when you got them. So, but he adapted nevertheless. And Mourinho hasn't done that. And I feel sorry for Spurs fan, but at the same time, I'm loving it because their football is horrible. Horrible. They're literally, right now, if it was Tottenham against Burnley, there's no way I'm watching that game or analysing the post-match. There's no way. What's there to talk about? How can both teams park the bus at the same time? But that's what will be going on. But listen, that's all I'm going to say on Spurs. Rash has been calling it. Jalil's been calling it. So, Jalil, Rash, whichever one of you wants to start, what are you saying about this disaster going on at Spurs?
Rash, I'll go first, bro. You can sweep up, bro, because I know you're gonna kill him, bro. But I've got to say, Spurs is like, you don't ever watch Cinderella. You know when they get that shine, Cinderella gets to go to the ball. You know she's a bum. She gets to go to the ball for that hour until 12 o'clock. That was Spurs' highlight. You know them ones. I'm gonna call Spurs Cinderella from that one. Fucking Mourinho, very good, whatever it is. I'm not having it. But Mourinho could be the fairy godmother, thinks he can fix everything. Bruv, if he ever came to Arsenal, bruv, I'd be upset. I'd be crying, bruv. I'd be crying. But Spurs, you lot called it, man. You know, I was second thinking it, you know, at sometimes, you know, because, you know, when Kane and Son were doing their thing, they looked a problem. They're looking to break records and whatnot. But now, I can't see it happening. How are they giving us grief and now you're 2 points behind us? How are you having a good season? You're 2 points behind us. We lost 7 games. Well, we had 8 games and we lost 7 of them. We lost 7 games. When has that ever happened to Arsenal? And we're 2 points behind you. And Spurs playing us as a trophy to them. Them finishing above us as a trophy to them. I don't even want to speak about them anymore. Rash, you can get him, man. I don't want to speak about them, man.
It's mad still.
Well, I got him. Yeah, listen. Spurs got Jesse moving mad in the chat. You know what I'm trying to say? Talking about zero Jesse. Creation. Talking about he needs to get Bale out of here. Yeah. Mourinho and Zizou saw the same thing. Hey. You know what I'm saying? He's finished. Yeah. But Jesse on his knees melting right now. Yeah. But that's what happens when you're a Spurs fan. But he's used to it. Happens every year. But yeah, let's talk about Spurs. So in a way, it shows how Kane is, not just because of their goals, but in regards to their play, their style of play. And I say this because I was watching a lot of the analysis from the pundits, and it's true what they're saying. When Kane is on the pitch, the activity of Son is very different. 1 minute, please. Sorry, just a little one. 1 sec.
No worries. Hey, go on, Ola, take over from Rash, quick.
Go on, Ola.
All right. Tottenham.
Sorry, Jalil.
No.
I've had this discussion with Oba. Like, Oba was talking about Tottenham winning the league, and he, for some reason, I think the first time they met Liverpool, where I think Firmino scored the late goal, he was trying to even bet with Liverpool fans that Tottenham are going to beat them and Tottenham are going to win the league. Mourinho is still the special one. All of this stuff. I told him straight, listen, Mourinho has been a special one for a number of years now. He's been to many clubs and he failed. Like, he was at your club, Man United, and he failed. Before he got fired from Chelsea, they were in the relegation battle at one point, and he got fired. And I even said to him regarding when Mourinho was at Man United, he was going to get fired before Christmas. I wish I put money on that because it ended up happening. I'm not surprised with what's right now at Tottenham. Mourinho is actually he hasn't adapted at all. He's still I would say he's a washed manager. He was a special one when he was younger, and everyone was thinking, "Wow, how's he doing these things? How they, like Chelsea? How they only conceding 15 goals and stuff like that?" First of all, Tottenham don't even have the defense to even not concede many goals. I mean, their defenders are Eric Dyer, Joe Rodon, and Ben Davies. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. That's your 3 centre backs. I don't get this Tottenham team at all. Like, they literally just rely on Harry Kane. If Harry Kane's not playing, you know they're not going to score. You know they're not going to win. Like, they can literally go and play a team in League One. You'll think they'll have the chance to beat them. So, regarding Tottenham, I'm surprised that this is what's happening now. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Arsenal finish ahead of them. I'm not surprised by Tottenham at all. They got what they asked for. They hired Mourinho. They got what they asked for.
Yeah,
and I mean, the only thing they could do is fire him before it's too late. Because by the time by the time they actually eventually get rid of him, who knows? There might be 11th, and it might be too late.
Or Harry Kane might be gone.
Yeah, he's going to push Harry Kane 100% because he's going to know 100%. That. Hold on, I'm 27 right now. I'm going to be 28 this year. I need to start winning things. He's one of the best strikers in the world, but he'll never be compared to the Lewandowskis because he's not winning things. He's at a Tottenham side that can't do anything. He needs to go to a top side, win stuff, and then maybe people start saying, "Oh, he's better than Lewandowski," because he's scoring these goals for no reason.
Exactly. A bit like, and before I come on to you, Rash, again, so you can finish the point that you were making before. We're not here to kill Spurs. You know, most of us Arsenal fans, but we recognize Spurs have been better than us for a good 3 or 4 years. I think the problem with Spurs is just that the media loves to get carried away, and that's why we get onto them. You know, the media. I've never heard so much hype about a team potentially winning the league after 10 games. It's like the media wanted Spurs to win it, and it's probably because of their players, the Mourinho story. They're so desperate for Mourinho to come back. Just accept it. Sometimes your time is done. You've had your time at the top level. Mourinho is probably now an international manager. Go for it and you know, maybe go and coach a team. Let me think of an international team. Go and coach Italy. Stink the place out. Sit at the back. See if you can win a World Cup or something or a Euros. You know what I mean? Day to day is probably not for you anymore. You fall out with players all the time. So, but yeah, Rash, I'm gonna come back to you. And also, maybe in the same point, you can also pick up this one because is this a debate? You know, Ed's saying that, you know, Mourinho's better than every single Arsenal manager in history. You know, we know the only one that can compete with him is Wenger. So what are we saying on that? Go on, Rash.
Is that I'll answer that question last, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
But yeah, as I was saying about the Tottenham style of play, you can see that when Harry Kane picks the ball up in the midfield, he's got his head up, he's looking for Son to make the run. Son makes a darting run into some space where a defender just can't pick it up. He'll either score the goal or set Kane back up again. And that's the link-up play that them lot have got. Even from the midfield, they're always looking up, looking for the runs from Son, pushing it forward so that the team can get up. When they've got Vinicius and Bergwijn on the pitch, instead, it's like their style of play changes. Kane kind of he's not a dribbler, so he has to look for that pass to Son or hold the ball up and get a foul. That's what he does. Whereas these guys, they're dribblers. They want to showcase their skills as well because they're trying to get in a permanent place into the first team. Yeah. So where Son would normally cut and do these runs around the defenses to get round the back, he can't because he's just going to be offside because these guys are going to run with it. So he's got to gradually move up slow with them, hoping that they're going to do a square ball to him, or when they finally got their head up, that they may see him in order to put the ball through. And I think that is upsetting the style of play a lot. And if it's not something that Mourinho has picked up on before, after the last match, he'll definitely pick up on that. I think Ndombele has been a revelation. Like he's changed. Like I've always rated him. I've always thought he was a sick player. Since he's shifted a lot of weight, he seems to be a lot more active. His engine is going through longer periods of the game. You can't get the ball off him. I'll see man trying to hack him down to get the ball. He fights for that ball. It's not going nowhere. It's staying at his feet. I think he's a quality player. My thing is, I don't think the problem is Mourinho, because Mourinho was their manager a couple of weeks ago when they were doing so well. Yeah. The problem for me for Spurs is the lack of creativity when they do not have a Kane or a Son to look to bring them their games. Yeah, that's what I think the problem is. They can do the defending thing, but if they haven't got the attack to what's the word I'm looking for? If they ain't got the attack to like balance it out as well and to make it into a positive strategy, then they it's always gonna be a boring and a possibly losing game for them. You know, so Spurs have got a lot of things to sort out. One, what's happened to Bale? Two, can they get him into the game when Kane is out. Can they get him into a position where he is striking again? Don't think they can. I actually think he's overrated and he passed it a long time ago. But hey, I think when you're playing players like Dyer at the back, it's a problem. It's always going to be a problem. He's dead. He's been dead food for a long time. I think they definitely need to replace him. But yeah, I don't see too much wrong. They definitely are in need of creativity, which they're not going to get from Mu, unfortunately. But there's enough quality in that side, just like Man United, to actually be creative on their own. In attack, like Wenger used to leave the Arsenal attack to their own devices and say, it's you, do what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? He could do that if he allows them to be as free as they need to be to do that. However, he's holding on to too many strings at the same time. So that is not a possibility. Him putting Dele Alli in the doghouse and putting a kind of pressure on him the way that he has done with previous players in other clubs, that has backfired all the time. He's doing it again. It's not working. It's not bringing the best out of Ali. And matter of fact, where is he? Who is he? Who is he anymore? Is he even a good player? Who knows? So Tottenham, as I said, there's a strong possibility that Arsenal could even finish above them, and we're having the worst season of our lives. But I don't think it's all hope and lost as well. I don't think it's all doom and gloom. All they need is a set of a good run of games. Get a few in. Kane come back from injury. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's even got people like Jesse saying we need Eriksen back in the midfield. Yeah, because of the lack of creativity in there. A minute ago, he was saying F. Eriksen. He wanted to go St. Green. Ha ha. Now we're saying, I love him to come back. We need him. We ain't nothing without him. And that's the Spurs fan right now, because they are lacking the same creativity that Arsenal were lacking a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I think you literally hit everything on the head about Spurs right now, Mourinho. Like, that was, if you want to break down of the game, that Rash just did it there on how they play. So, brilliantly said. And listen, I'll force to Jesse. You know, I look forward to seeing him in the comments again. You know what I'm saying? Love to you, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? And but listen, Lamps, but you know, we've kind of spoken about Spurs. I'm happy for you to give your thoughts on them. But I thought, you know what, let's have a bit of fun with the conversation. You know, Rash spoke about someone who should be retired, Gareth Bale. And it had me thinking, you know, let's rank some wingers, because we've seen these conversations come up. So I want all of you, man, but I'm gonna start with you, Lambs, to rank these 5 wingers in order. And it's not a case of who's had the best career. It's simply a case, if you have 10 players already on the field of the same quality, you only got one man left. You can only take one of these men. That's how I want you to think about it before you put them in order. So the list is Gareth Bale, Hazard, Salah, Neymar, and Mane. Put them 5 in order from you can start from last to first, 5th to first,
5th to first. Okay. All right. Before I do that, I just want to say Tottenham have no hope in it. They're finished. Like, that's before I get onto it. Tottenham are finished. But all right. So I would say 5th. Fifth. I'm gonna put Gareth Bale. Reason why I'm gonna put Gareth Bale is because even though when he was playing for Tottenham and he was playing at a high level, he wasn't winning anything for Tottenham. It's not as if he completely transformed the team, because Tottenham was still performing how they've been performing for years. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he didn't win anything. Like, he didn't really do much, even though he was very good. So I'm gonna put him there. And then 4th, I'm going to put Eden Hazard. And the reason I'm going to put Eden Hazard 4th is because, once again, in the Champions League, I think I saw a stat where it was like Eden Hazard in the Champions League has only scored like 6 goals in his lifetime, which is mad. So I'm going to put Eden Hazard there still. Even though we carried Chelsea for some years, once again, he's a domestic. For me, he's a domestic bully. I ain't seen him do it in Europe, so I'm gonna put him there still. And then Third place. What Neymar are we talking about? Because there's two Neymars.
Hey,
there's the what I call the black Neymar. That's when he played for Barcelona. When he had the low trim. I'm talking that Neymar. I would take him ahead of Mane and Salah. If we're talking that Neymar. So I'm going to go off that
prime.
All right, I'm gonna go off that Neymar then. I'm gonna put Mane third.
That changes everything, you know, saying prime. Sorry.
Yeah. It has to be prime, bro. That's the easiest way.
Prime. I'm gonna put Mane third. The reason why I'm gonna put Mane third is because he was one of the first signings that transformed Liverpool's team, especially from an attacking sense. He's one of the first signings that transformed Liverpool's team. Gives 100% in all games. Big game player as well. Had some very big moments at Liverpool Football Club. So I'm going to put Mane third. And also done it in Europe as well. And it's very important. He's done it in Europe. And also, when Mane was playing in Southampton, he was bagging for Southampton. He was one of the top wingers. So I'm going to put Mane third. Second, I'm going to give to Salah. Even though it is a tough one. But you know what? Salah for me is an icon. He's iconic. He's just iconic. The other day I was even watching a video of his performance against Congo for Egypt. This was the performance that got them into the World Cup. And I believe Salah scored, and then Congo scored, and then they got a penalty on with 1 minute left in the game. And Salah's bagged the penalty, high pressure penalty kick. He's bagged it. Literally, like the commentary I watched, they were crying, praying, everything, crying, speaking in Arabic. It was mad. The fans were going crazy. So for me, I look at Salah and I'm like, yeah, I associate big moments like that to Salah's name. I associate performances like the performance against Roma. A lot of a performance people forget is the year when we won the Champions League, we had to beat Napoli. And that was when he skinned Koulibaly and scored on his right foot. If he didn't score that goal, Liverpool don't get any Champions League. So for me, Salah, he's up there. And the fact that he broke the record for the most goals scored in the Prem in his first season as a winger for Liverpool Football Club, not Man City, I'm gonna put Salah there. And then Neymar, the Barcelona Neymar is ridiculous. That Neymar was a problem. So I'm gonna put Neymar first. I don't even think that one has to. Not much has to be said about that. Neymar for Barca, prime Neymar. Yeah, he was mad. So I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to him.
I like that. Still good reasoning. So Lamps' list is Neymar 1, Salah 2, Mane 3, Hazard 4, and Bale 5. So next up, Ola, talk to me, bro. What's your list?
Okay. Now that you said prime, I can't lie, my list changed in my head. Now that you said prime, I would say fifth is Gareth Bale.
Okay.
I can't lie, Gareth Bale, even though he was at Tottenham, that year he was one of my favorite wingers in the world. And when he moved to Real Madrid, because I like Real Madrid, I was actually quite happy that move went through. But out of the 5 wingers that were mentioned, I'll have to put him last. Fourth, because it's prime versus prime, I'll put Mane fourth.
Okay.
I don't think Mane is better than Hazard in his prime, or Salah, or Neymar in his prime. If we're going off their best years, and I'm talking when Chelsea were winning the league with Hazard being the best player in the league. Do you know what I mean? So I would put Mane fourth.
Yeah.
Third, I'll put Hazard because of what Hazard did with Chelsea and whatnot. My top 3 is very, very close. If I'm being honest, for me, it's a bit of a pick 'em between those 3 players in their prime. So that's the only reason why I'm putting Hazard third. Salah second, kind of for what my brother kind of said already. Iconic player for Egypt. Brought Liverpool a league and a Champions League. Broke the record in the Premier League for goals scored. I mean, you can't really argue against Salah, innit? And then prime Neymar. That year he had at Barcelona, especially I think that was the year where Messi got I think that's when Messi got injury.
Yeah, he did.
I think that's when Messi got like one of his first injuries in a long while. And I'm telling you, Barcelona did not miss Messi for 1 second.
Not at all.
That Neymar was unbelievable. When I think of that Neymar, I think of that goal against Villarreal where he flicked over the player's head, span off him, slapped it, bottom bins.
He was the best in the world at that
absolutely
point.
Ridiculous.
He was the best in the world.
Yeah, like there was a legit argument. There's a legit argument for him being the best player in the world at that point. Like he was
mad.
He would like if Ronaldo and Messi were the top, like it would be 1A for Ronaldo and Messi. He was 1B at that point. Like he was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's my list.
Cool. That's another good list as well. Very similar to your brother Lamb. So you've got Neymar, Salah, Hazard, Mane, and Bale. So very similar. You just swapped Hazard and Mane around. So Rash, before I come to Jalil to round off, what's yours, bro?
Bale lost. And this next one is very difficult for me because I think Mane is a better player than Salah and Hazard and Neymar right now. Yeah, I don't think they are better than him. I think he is being the best player for like a season and a bit now out of the lot. However, if we're going for prime, which you threw in the word, so it has a big impact, that's why I'll put him fourth, because I don't even think he's hit prime. Yeah, to be honest. I think Mane's still got a lot left to show because there's still a lot of doubters out there that don't rate his ability. Yeah. So I don't think he's actually hit true form right now. So that's the only reason why I'm putting him here. Otherwise, right now, I think he's the best out of the lot. Yeah. Just want to make that disclaimer. After that, I'd say Hazard. No, sorry. That came out automatically. It wasn't even supposed to be said. It's Salah. But it's the brother, it's the Dean in me that made me say, nah, Salah's got to go second. You know what I'm trying to say? So, so I'm not going to fight that natural instinct right there, yeah? So I'm going to put Hazard right there. You get me? Because to me, Hazard did it for so many years, consistently for Chelsea. He won them their medals that they achieved while he was there. Top player, dipped since he's gone to Madrid, but I don't think we'll see the likes of him, like his style of play in the Prem for a little while still. After that, then it is Salah for exactly the same things that the brothers have already mentioned beforehand. Yeah. And there was one stage, I just remember one season when Salah had his like amazing season at Liverpool. Yeah. I was his fan. I was his fan, and so much so that people in my group chats was dissing me. You only like him because he's Muslim. I was cheering for him more than I were Arsenal. Yeah, man was getting mad. Yeah, man was getting upset. Yeah, but it's because I admired the play. The play in that year was impeccable. It was something that the Prem hadn't been blessed with for a couple of years. We hadn't seen something like that. Everyone has to admit, no one didn't see someone play like Salah for years. So when they did see him, it was like a breath of fresh air, and it was great, especially to see him in England kicking ball like that. But number one, prime, are you mad? It's Neymar all day. Neymar at Barca made me say Neymar's my favorite player. How about that? Yeah, I said he's my favorite player. Yeah. So my list. That's it.
That's another sick list. Listen, the comments are a bit mixed. Obviously, I see Ed here killing Salah. You know, Ed's always killing Salah, to be fair. I mean, this is a funny comment. Don't know if you guys can see it about Rashford and Martial. I was told Martial are better than Salah. I mean, listen.
They're not even better than each other.
Go on, Lamps.
You know, with Rashford and Salah, with Rashford and Martial, this is the thing. They're good players. Like, don't get me wrong, they're good players. Very good. They've been very good for Man United. But I think when it's time to judge or compare them to players, I think you have to be comparing them to, I don't know, the Stephen Pienaars, Aaron Lennon's, players of that kind of standard. That they were fast and tricky. Like they could cause you problems, but they didn't really do anything. Like I see Rashford as Aaron Lennon with a shot. Like I don't think he's any. Rashford has no brain. Like when it comes to actually playing.
Yeah,
football,
no, it's accurate.
For me, he's like Aaron Lennon with a shot. He can cut in and shoot. That's the only thing Aaron Lennon didn't have. If Aaron Lennon could shoot, no, you know what it is. You know what it is. Rashford is a mixture of Jermaine Defoe and Aaron Lennon with a bit of height. If you actually look at style of play, if you mix both of them together and have a football baby, that would be Rashford. I would say that would be Rashford. Martial, I'm not gonna lie. Martial, I'm not even. Martial's like Ben Arthur. He's good on the ball. He's skillful, but yeah, man, he's very inconsistent. I don't know, innit? I'm not rating. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. I think they can only be compared to each other.
Yeah,
and when you do compare 100%. Them to each other, who you even gonna say? Who you even gonna say is better out of those two? I don't even know. They're both better at different things.
Yeah. I don't know who's better.
But listen, I think you're both right. Like they need to be competing with each other. Salah, as much as you can put down stats, Salah's numbers are so good. Martial and Rashford cannot enter a debate with him. They can't. So, but yeah, you do hear a lot of that slander. But Jalil, before I come on to you, Ben saying his top 5 is number 1 Salah, 2 Bale, 3 Hazard, 4 Neymar, 5 Mane. Real facts have to be spoken. Right, that's an interesting list. I'm not gonna lie, Ben. That's an interesting list. Still, Ed saying kick this Ben guy out right now. I mean, hey, listen.
If I wasn't a peaceful man, I would have said that myself. Still.
Nah, man. Listen. Still, it's all mad, but everyone has to have their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, Ben, big up to you, bro. I know you can back up your talk still. So, all love. We're definitely gonna get you on one time still, and. Yeah, HO. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Martial and Rashford, you know, they've got quality, but Salah's been putting up numbers that cannot be denied. And as Lamps said, go on, Lamps.
How did Martial and Rashford? How can they even be put in the? You know what?
They can't.
You know what it is with me?
They can't.
When it comes to football, sometimes Man United fans are some of the hardest people to argue with because how can I explain it? All right, I'll explain it in this way. You see, if I ask a Londoner why you support Arsenal, there's a logical reason, right? Arsenal's in London. Okay, so it makes sense, right? If you ask a Londoner why you support Liverpool, it doesn't really make sense because Liverpool's outside of London. But then at the same time, there are a few things you can take into consideration. Were Liverpool a top team when you started supporting them? No. When I started supporting Liverpool were pretty shocking. I believe this is when Liverpool had Milan Barros. They weren't a top team. They weren't that good. Man United fans in London are some of the most confusing people because there's no reason why you would support Man United, a team in Manchester. The only reason why you would support a team in Manchester is because they were the best team in the country. So this is why I believe a lot of them, they don't actually have much football knowledge. So they base things off what they're used to watching, what they're used to experiencing, which is, I think a lot of them are associating, like, they're in their heads, they're probably associating Rashford with Ronaldo. And they're associating, I don't know, Pogba with Scholes. And Wan-Bissaka with... This is what I honestly believe. Like, I don't know, man. Man United fans, their football knowledge sometimes, it's a bit worrying. I don't know how Rashford and Martial can be in the conversation. But, yeah, I don't know, man.
Hey, but listen, I guess Ed's throwing the question back saying, wait, why would you support Liverpool if you live in London? Does that even make sense?
No,
your brother supported Madrid and lived in London, you madman. Listen, boy, maybe that's something you two can take up outside the chat, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? To be fair, like I've had several people say, like, supporting Liverpool, why would you support Liverpool? But then at the same time, it's proof that I'm not a glory hunter, and it's proof that I'm actually a supporter of real football. Because Liverpool were nowhere near winning the leagues when I was supporting Liverpool. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not as if I was going for the best team in the country. I was legit supporting the worst out of the top teams in the country, which is Liverpool. Yeah. But Man United fans in London, there's so many of them. But why? Why? There's more Man United fans in London than there is in Manchester. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. but it's obvious that they're supporting the best team in the country. Like,
listen,
but yeah.
You know what? I can't really be debated, but listen, each to their own, innit? Like, you know, I always say if I could go back in time when I came here to London from Italy, if I could go back in time, I'll change and be a United fan. I would not ride out this Arsenal madness. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's all good still, you know. But Jalil, bro, before I even forget, bro, what's your list, man?
My list wasn't too different. I think I don't know if someone's already said it. I think Rash was about to say my list and he changed, you know. But yeah. So Bell goes out saying, you know, not gonna down him too much because when he went to Real Madrid, he done the business. Do you know what I mean? He done the business. Casey Winger done the business. He's good, man. But he's gonna go fifth for me. Then it's gonna have to be Mane. You know, Mane's still got a bit to do for me to get into this list. Or high up in this list, if I'm honest. The next one was tricky for me because it was between two people, Salah and Hazard. But I decided to go with Salah next. Not downplaying him by any sort of form. He's amazing. He's good to watch, and I've always backed him. And I'm not even a Liverpool supporter, but man, like Hazard, man, oh Jesus, bro. When he touches the ball and that, you know, he's beautiful to see. He's a very attractive player to be on the ball and. We'll all be sitting in line if we said we didn't want a player like Hazard to be on our team. I'm not saying that there won't be a player like that, but he did carry Chelsea in a few games, and it goes without saying. And to see what he done to Arsenal, I mean, you look at these players that killed Arsenal, and you got no choice but to big them up. And he's killed us a few times. He's I think what's his name? He's still spinning. The French fella. Coquelin is still spinning.
I remember that.
I just want to know when Hazard's going to let him out his pocket. I ain't seen him since. Do you know what I mean? I know he's in Spain somewhere, and Hazard's in Spain. How does that work? Do you know what I mean? So, still in his pocket. And then, yeah, man, it goes without saying, Hazard's just been amazing. I mean, I know it's not going too well for him now, but, you know, as you said, prime, it just changed the whole situation. But then Neymar, man, I can't say nothing you, man, haven't already said. You've sort of nailed it on the head for me, man. You can't not put Neymar there in prime. Do you know what I mean? He's a beautiful player. So, yeah, man. See, look, Leon's even killing him.
Big up Leon still. Big up Leon.
He's killing him, fam.
I'd say Coquelin was spitting like the Tasmanian devil.
Why did I do this? Why did I do this?
Hey, Jalil, this is your fault. Yeah, this is your fault, bro. Still, man, we've had Beyblade, we've had Tasmanian devil. But listen, then there will be people like HO who do bring it up, you know, very pleasing on the eye. But no top player should go a year without a Premier League goal. True, it was mad. I don't know if it was a full year, but it was mad for sure. But, you know, I think my list, to be fair, is my list is actually identical to Jalil's. And if I'm actually being real, I'm actually going to swap Neymar and Hazard around. So my list, I can understand people hating my list, but I ain't going to lie. My one is very subjective. A lot of it is to do with heart. You know what I'm saying? I just love Hazard. So I'm going to put Hazard number 1, Neymar 2. And then I think you do have to put Salah 3rd. Mane's a better player than Salah. So that's a tricky one. Because I love Mane as well. And I think Rash made a good point. I'm not sure we've seen maybe Mane's prime. But if we're talking about prime, then Salah's 44, 45 goal season, you know, that was ridiculous. And again, I think that season gets forgotten a bit of how good he was that year. You know, 32 goals from a winger, hardly any pens as well. Not like now when he takes pens. He hardly took penalties that year. 32 goals. Give credit where credit is due. The guy that year was mad. But listen. Hey, Joe, appreciate you saying I've been great to it. What's happened here? Listen, man. Hey, I love Hazard, bro. It's my fault. I'm not even gonna lie. Hey, you can call me mad. Listen, Kane's saying something in that Undercuba war. Hey, it might be. It might be, you know, maybe me and Ed drinking the same stuff, but hey, listen, you know, hey, William's a basketball fan, so listen, we're not even going to bring him into this. I'm not even going to bring up that last thing that's been brought up because that's a bit mad. But listen, the last comment, I'm not even going to bring it up. But listen, last kind of topic I think kind of to touch on it quickly, I don't think there's really too much to talk about the game, so I'll just leave it for anyone who wants to talk about it. And that's United being Southampton 9-0. I mean, actually, you know what? For all the United fans that are on, they will probably want us to discuss this probably because 9-0s don't happen often. That is, unless you're Southampton, who has happened to twice in the last 2 seasons, which, 9-0 in 2 seasons is mad. Obviously they had a red card for pretty much the whole game after a shocking tackle. That's one of the worst red cards I've seen in a while.
Shocking.
One of the worst reds I've seen in a while. But, United did bits afterwards. Cavani got a goal. Wan-Bissaka somehow managed to get a goal. Luke Shaw whipping in brilliant crosses. Martial got a couple goals. Bruno Fernandes did his usual stat padding, getting an assist and a goal when there was already like 6-0. So now that boosts his stats for another 3 months. So everyone did their big. Great result for United. But Lamps, bro, what are you telling me about that game, man?
All right, so first off, Jankowicz, we stand with you. Obviously, we've seen the abuse you've been getting, and none of us here tolerate that. We don't agree with the abuse you've been getting. The racist abuse that's been coming your way from your fans. He's a young player. He made a mistake, a very silly mistake. I can't lie. But yeah, we stand with you, and I hope that he learns from it. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to actually seeing him play a full game. I've heard good stuff about him, so I actually want to see him in a full game. But yeah, man, we stand with you. Now getting on to United, you know what? One thing I will say about United is the approach was very smart. The reason why I'm saying the approach is very smart is because once Southampton got the red card, Man United could have decided just to win the game and just to comfortably win it. Just score 3 goals or something and just throw on the youngers, have a little kick about. But the fact that they said no, we're actually coming for that goal difference is very, very intelligent of them, and it's a professional job because as I was watching the game, I was dreading the fact that they were catching up with Liverpool in terms of goal difference. And they did it. They caught up. They caught up, and it's put them in a good position. I don't know if I could judge Man United's actual performance or say that I don't know. It's a weird one because I believe Southampton would have given them a tough game. But I think with the red card, I think Southampton gave up. They just gave up completely. But yeah, I guess Man United did their thing, man. They did their thing. I can't even hate on what they've done. It was a professional job. Liverpool definitely wouldn't have scored those many goals. We would have probably just had a kickabout after scoring 4. I always say this about Liverpool. We're not as ruthless as like City and Man United. Play teams like that, they don't stop scoring. When the game's over, they want to keep scoring. Liverpool, when the game's over, it's time to let your head down and just chill. But these teams will keep going. So yeah, man, I credit where it's due. Man United did what they had to do. You can't really judge any player off that performance, or it was just it was a routine score 9 goals against a team that gave up really. Yeah, man. The one thing I will say though is there's 2 parts of that game that was very shocking. First off, I'd like to start off by saying as well, Bruno Fernandes should not be playing in this game. He should have got a red card against Arsenal. So he shouldn't even be in this game. But somehow VAR didn't catch that. But then VAR somehow able to catch Shea Adams being offside, even though he wasn't offside. I don't know what they would. That was probably one of the worst decisions I've seen because I think his hand was offside. But then
his hand, and you can't score with your hand.
You can't be exactly, and you can actually see the yellow boot of a Man United player right on the line, in line with his knee. So he actually wasn't offside. So I don't know how that decision came about. But then the funniest one was the red card. The red card was a joke. The reason why the red card was even funnier is its name Benderek's voice. his voice. It was like, even Martial said it's not a red. Like, he was, for me, that was hilarious. It was like he could not believe what is going on. He doesn't understand the whole Man United have on VAR and on the officials is different. It's a spiritual level. Them, man, I don't know what they're doing, how much they're paying the refs, but yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, man, routine win.
But bro, well said, man. I think that point around the refs, I think it's not nearly as bad as it was back in the Fergie days when, you know, literally every game you are dreading. You are like, if you're seeing United 1-0 down, you know, you don't only have the players to make a change. The ref might just say, hey, that's a pen.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Howard Webb did that multiple times. But listen, I think United have to be given credit in the sense that they were ruthless. Like, they smelled blood and they went after Southampton. They did not stop. They went out for the kill and they killed them. Like, you know?
But I think at the same time, it's almost as if it's like a person who's starving getting his first meal in a while. You never know when you're going to get a meal again. And I think Martial, all these guys, they never know when they're going to score again. I think Martial can go another 10 games without scoring. So he had to finish that meal. He had to do what he had to do, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably one of the reasons why they were ruthless as well. Dan James, let's be honest. Dan James scored, right? Dan James scored, right?
Yeah, he did.
Dan James isn't going to score for another 2 years, probably.
He won't be at United in 2 years, bro.
He probably won't be at United. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are going to finish their meal. They're gonna finish their meal. So yeah, that is one of the reasons why they were probably that ruthless.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Rash, man, what are your thoughts on the game, man? On that game, still.
That won a game. I can't judge them, man. There, like they were playing real football against real players. Southampton ain't got no excuse for capitulating like that. You just can't do it in the Premier League at this level. After last year to Leicester, you're gonna go and keep up the same sort of madness. Like that is just ridiculous. You can't lose one man. He weren't even your best player. What's going on? You know what I'm trying to say? You can't do that and then just fall to pieces and let Man United run ragged on you. Yeah, you let the boys have a free game because you know tactically they would have been finished if everything was normal. Yeah, because Southampton manager is about this tactics thing. He knows what he's doing. He's a good manager. There's big impact that he's made at the club. Do you know what I mean? So to tactically go against someone like Ollie, he had the victory. There's just no excuse for Southampton to just fall to bits like that. Even with a player down, they could have held him. They could have held it. Yeah, Arsenal were 9 men down, bro. Yeah, and Wolves just beat them. Yeah. You ain't got no excuse. 9 goals in the Premier League. No, United, they can be gassed for that because they're the ones who pulled out that victory. Yeah, and kudos to them because they kept on going. Yeah, they kept on scoring goals. They all said, you know what, we all want a piece of this pie. Do you know what I mean? So that's good on their ruthlessness and their killer instinct to kill off this Southampton club when they were just showing a little bit of blood. But come on, that's just ridiculous. You can't see that in the Premier League. You can't see that. There's just too many simple goals. They were just literally walking through the team as a joke. Yeah,
I think that's the point. Too many simple goals. Too many goals where it just seemed like, we lost already. Who cares if we concede another one? And it's not to throw shots. And Hasenhuttl, or however you pronounce his name, like he's a good coach, as you said, but you know, no offense, but you know, if you're crying when you're beating Liverpool 1-0, you should probably be crying when you're losing 9-0 in back-to-back seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be staring into space like, raw, what's happened? Right? You know what I'm saying? Influence the game, even if you have to go 7 man at the back. Just go away.
I was expecting like a lot more from him. I was expecting him to be a lot more active in his decision making. You know what I'm trying to say? 100%. Like, it was a real letdown to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's for United. Well done, you guys bang goals, and it was good to see the goals in that. But so disappointed in Southampton and the manager's decisions.
Yeah, man. It's just like he let the battering happen. He let his players out there, but boy, and his players were almost like, well, we've lost 9-0 before, so doing it again, hey, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, Jalil, you know, you're known a little bit as a United hater. You know, you're the man that said that United are like that guy in the club that you wonder how the hell he got that girl. But bro, surely today you gotta give them some credit, man.
How long we got? No, I'm playing. I was gonna do one of my little scenarios today, but I'm gonna give United a skip. I'm gonna leave them today. We've got to give respect to them. Do you know what I mean? Like as the boys said, I think Ras said it last. They could have stopped and they carried on. You know, battering them. So we've got to give credit to them at the end of the day. But what does it mean though? Goal difference. What does it mean though? What are they going to win this season? What does it mean? It's Southampton. Am I right in saying that Southampton changed 9 of their normal players from the other game?
Well, I don't know if it was 9, but they have to change about 6. About 6, I think.
Well, that's more than half a team. I'm not giving United no credit, actually. In fact, no way. Not giving them nothing. You can skip me. Yeah, skip me. No, I'm playing. No, I don't want to sound like a hater, bro. I know I'm the biggest hater. I get attacked, man. My DMs are blowing up as well every time I speak about United. But all credit to them, man. I think people like Martial and them, man, needed it for confidence boost and that. Do you know what I mean? So, end of the day, they done well. They done their business. And there's one thing I want to do. I want to give credit to Ole, because when United lose, it's Ole's fault. He's got no tactics. But when they win, it's the players. Sometimes you just got to look around that and then just give Ole some credit sometimes, because he did, as you man said, they did have the chance to bring on players that don't get games to come on and just have fun and get some game time. But he didn't. He just said, you know what? We're going to kill him. So I'm going to give Ole credit here, man. You know, I don't really give him credit. You know, I know that Apano called him a guy in work experience, and I agree with it in that. But yeah, no, credit where it's due, man. Big up Ole, man. Ole at the wheel until it crashes again. But yeah, big up Ole at the wheel.
Hey, now listen, hey, Jalil, man, you get a lot of love today, man. You're killing it. But listen, I think we're not trying to underplay what United did, because 9-0s don't happen often. They basically never happen unless you're Southampton for a reason. So United did bits by killing them. I think we're just trying to put in the context of Southampton almost let it happen once they went down to 10 men. They literally crumbled. But you still have to give credit where credit is due. Let me just read out some of the comments. The real Lukaku, big up to you, bro. You can't hate United. Even Ryan Giggs has the same amount of Premier League titles as Arsenal. Well, listen, we can throw our comments like that around, but
what does that mean?
Yeah, what does it mean? Wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? It makes no sense. I tell you why it doesn't make sense. Bob, why you can? Bob, listen, United. This is why I don't like United.
Easy, bro.
No, this is why I don't like United fans, bro. Because they're
almost dying, bro.
I have to say something about this, because this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, go on.
Ryan Giggs played for about 4 years. He played when the Premier League started. So of course he's gonna have as many as Arsenal, bro. He played until he was 41. So how can you make sense? And he started playing at the age of 18. So that's what? That's 23 years.
Yeah.
So come on.
You know what?
But big up still, it's his opinion in it. So
you know what? I see, like, United fans love to do things like I did just yesterday. I saw a United fan posted Bruno's come to Man United, and he's already impacted play, done this, done that. On the other hand, Thiago's done nothing. But then someone retweeted that same comment and said, Fabinho came to Liverpool within his first season. He won the Champions League. The season after that, he won the league. What has Bruno done? It's like, I hate when people, like, there's a reply for every comment like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh, Giggs has won more than... Okay, what does that mean? Like, what? How? Giggs doesn't play anymore. Giggs doesn't play anymore. What's that got to do with anything now?
I think...
Right? Giggs way better than Pepe. What? Pepe's a young kid. He's not even like... Pepe has...
Listen, we're not even trying to hate on United. If that's what it's coming across, then listen, our bad, innit? But we're just trying to keep it in the context of the game, of what it was with the 10 men. Now, the real Lukaku, big up to you, bro. But I think this is a question for you, Pepe.
Sorry. Hold on. Quick before you ask the question. Ask the question. What's wrong with United fans lately? It's like they just want bare attention. You know, like, you know, girls when they come to you and they be like, "I'm so ugly." Shut up, man. I know what you're trying to get me to say. I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, me. Stop begging for the attention, bruv. Just keep things in its perspective. Ain't no one dissing your club. Yeah, I'm just saying rating your club because, to be honest, you beat a club that just decided to give up. Yeah, you talk about Arsenal, but let's just talk about like the current forms. You ain't beat us in our worst season, so just allow it, innit? Like, we're not comparing Arsenal and Man United, but what we're just saying is that, well, you man just got to stop begging it, man. Stop being that bunny boiler, man. You lot are just moving like boilers out here. Can't stand these Man United fans.
Well, moving like a bunch of bitches, fam.
That's what I'm saying. And I don't want to call people bitches, but they're moving like some real bitches, Jalil. You know what I'm saying?
And to add on top of that, yeah, this is the thing. Like, Man United, they have been 9-0 is a good.
Big up the real Lukaku though.
But where was
he's rattling the squad. Big up to you, bro. He's rattling the squad.
I say, quick one. Big up the real Lukaku. Like, you rattled us. You got us, bro. You got us. So
yeah. Big up still.
Where were the 9 goals when United were getting knocked out by Leipzig? That's the real question. This is why they should start to question their players. Because you can turn up to score 9 goals against Southampton, but when you're getting knocked out of the Champions League by Leipzig, the 9 goals didn't exist then. If you borrowed 2 of the goals that you scored against Southampton, you would have gone through. But when it was time to, and this is what I'm saying, like, there's no point showing up when it doesn't matter. Man United, they show up when it doesn't matter, and that's why I can't really give. And I know you're saying like give Ollie credit, but I can't give Ollie credit because his team is showing up when it doesn't matter. When they show up when it matters, then I'm gonna give them the credit. But until then, nah, man, their manager's competing and looking good, but they're not gonna win anything realistically. So
listen, man, all I'm gonna say is the real Lukaku's definitely sparked the conversation, and big up, bro. But clearly he's rattled everyone here, but clearly United fans in the comments, because I can see them, are feeling rattled as well. Because Ed's asking me, would I take Ronaldo in his prime or the Invincibles? I mean, that's a mad question.
He didn't say one player. He didn't say the Invincibles. He didn't say the Invincibles. He said the Unbeatables.
Yeah, that's the matter. I even ignored that.
No, the minute they get your name wrong on purpose.
Yeah, I was saying so, boy. And you know, all this hold up one player at the same time as an organization. Look, Arsenal won the 3rd most leagues, so that means he's won more than everyone else.
He's got that on most of the teams in the Premier League. So what?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
It
doesn't make sense because you're taking a very successful player and comparing it to a team. That's like me saying, for example, even if I'm switching sport, that's like me saying Bill Russell won 11 rings. He has more rings than the whole of Chicago Bulls organization. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's dumb. Yeah. What does that mean?
When Moo waited for Wenger to retire for him to say, I've won more Premier Leagues than every team in the Premier League. That's what that little comment was. This is some non-comment.
No, but but big up now. Real talk. United are the team in it because like if they mention one player, I go soft. You know that player is Paul Scholes. Like he's my hero and that. But yeah, United fans, man, you are dizzy. You can't lie.
When we got bare comments, we got the real Lukaku saying, "Nah, our boys never played Champions League with Arsenal, bro. It must be painful, bro. It's mad." Ed saying that's so dumb. What about winning the Prem by 20 points and getting smacked by Atletico? He's talking about you, Lambs, Liverpool. Where were your players? Ben saying and we're gonna get back to that, Lambs. Ben saying let's get back to context.
I haven't even spoken about this game yet.
Yeah, you're coming up now, Ola.
Yeah.
Ed saying whatever those bums were called, did they win a Champions League to be the Invincibles? What? Ben saying it hurts fans to give United credit. I love it.
We did though.
El Jeff, big up to you, bro. Saying Giggs was a fraud. Okay, so a bit of a retaliation. The Rulu Lukaku, that just means Bill Russell was bigger than Chicago. Right, okay. Right. So I was with you, bro, but that statement is a bit wild still.
Mad.
The real Lukaku saying, "Where's the Liverpool fan? He needs to get." He's meant to say cooked. So I think he's coming for you next, Lamps, innit? So Lukaku's just out on a full rampage thing still. Boy, but listen, Ola, man, listen, we've had the slander from United fans. Talk about the game. Please just give United credit.
Okay, so to talk about the game, first off, we're going to start with the first minute, the red card. I mean, that red card ruined the whole game. And I mean, the guy came in for his debut. He probably told his whole group chat, listen, everyone tune in. I'm making my debut against Manchester United. Only for his friends to turn on the TV and see walking off the pitch 50 seconds later, like, what's going on? I thought meant to be watching my boy turn up today.
Like, fam, I'm watching it. Where are you?
No, where are you? He's even probably calling them already. Yo, fam, I've been sent off. You know, I'm already backstage. Like, but let's talk about the game now. I'll give them credit. They won 9-0, good result. I'll give them credit, especially for that first goal, that Wan-Bissaka finish. I mean, I think if Ronaldo had 10 opportunities, he wouldn't even finish it in that position. I mean, for him to put it where he put it doesn't even make sense.
Wait, what?
Who?
Wan-Bissaka's finish.
You say Ronaldo?
No, I'm saying even if you gave Ronaldo that opportunity 10 times, he will put it in the right position, which is to put it in the open goal. This guy put it across where the keeper was.
Yeah, but that's how you know Wan-Bissaka wasn't shooting; he was clearing it.
Of course not. And it takes a special talent to be able to do something that crazy. That's my point. For you to put it where the goalkeeper is, where you have a whole open side of the goal. I mean, that's criminal in itself. He didn't even deserve to score that. But fair enough, they won 9-0. The VAR decision, I mean, I'm not even surprised that they gave a red because last season, Bruno Span stepped on Konsa's ankle and won a penalty. So why are we even surprised when this stuff is happening in the United games? Like, United literally get away with anything. Bruno nearly injured Konsa by stepping on him and won a penalty. So I'm not surprised at what's happening. I mean, I'm not surprised. The guy literally checked VAR and said, "Yep, that's a penalty." I mean, that's crazy. So, the only thing I have to say about that game is, Man United did do a professional job. They got the 9 goals. Their goal difference is now looking similar to City's, not far off. So it wouldn't be a thing of Man United could say, "Oh, we lost the league due to goal difference," or be due to points, really and truly. So it's a good result for them in that regard. I give respect to Ollie for continuously going for the 90 minutes to get as many goals as possible. I can't say it wasn't a good United performance. I mean, if you win 9-0, it's a good performance. But I think what we're trying to get at is Southampton's performance was that bad. Like, it was that terrible that giving props to this 9-0, it's not validated. Like, we can't give props to this 9-0 the way we want to. If Man United played 11 versus 11 and 4-0, I'll give them more props for that than this 9-0 I watched. Because it looked like Southampton just gave up. It's like they gave away the first goal and just said, you know what? Listen, if we lose 9-0, it's happened before. At least last time we refunded fans. At least we're going to get paid this time. We don't need to give the fans their money back. There's no fans there. So now we can get away with this madness we want to do now. That's the only thing I can say about that. Their thing, they won 9-0. Man United are doing well this season. I'll give it to them. Somehow they find their way in the title race. I wouldn't say I'm surprised when Oba told me that Man United were going to win the league before the league even started. So that's all I can really say. It was a good performance. They won 9-0. I'll give it to them. That's it.
Yeah. But no, 100%. And I think we've made a lot of jokes about it, we didn't mean to rattle United fans. But we've given you credit. It was a great win. You won 9-0. And there's no taking away. You guys have some of the best players in the league. And I do feel like if you had a Pep or a Klopp, you could definitely be serious title challengers, in my opinion. I don't know if the rest of the panel agrees, but that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But
can I just say,
but you know what? Before you come in, Rash, I think the problem is, and I think this is Oba, when statements like this start coming through, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. You know, this is why we can't give Man United too much praise. You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey, listen, the real Lukaku,
the fact that there's no question marks. The fact there's no question marks on those comments,
right enough,
there's statements as well.
No, oh yeah, sorry.
You know, I find this comment funny.
I just wanted to say that comment about the wrestler killed me, bro. Oh man, that finished me. I was ripped to shit. I was finished. I still am slightly.
I made a mistake. I said backstage, but this guy's saying 4:30 p.m. is now in the morning. I mean, how can you laugh at me saying backstage and then tell me Arsenal going to lose in the morning at 12:30 p.m.? I mean, it doesn't even make sense.
Hey, Labs, come in, bro. Labs, come in.
John, you see what you're saying about if Man United have a Klopp or Pepe, yeah? You think that they'll be title You know what? I think winning the league is to do with individually. You need to have that spirit, that fighter spirit. Man United players don't have that, man. That's the truth. Like, they're not fighters like that. They're not actual fighters like that, man. The players they have, they're not fighters. They're actually not fighters. So I don't think with Klopp or Pepe, because Klopp or Pepe can't install a mentality into these players. They can install they can teach them a philosophy of play, but they can't make these players fighters. Like Jordan Henderson was a fighter before Klopp came to Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Fabinho, these are these are men that they need to win. Man United are happy to be competing. So I just think, like, regardless of who manages them, the sort of players they have, they don't really care. They don't really care like that, man. They don't really. I don't like. You see with you know, the worst thing that could happen to Pogba's career is winning the World Cup, because you know that now that Pogba has this World Cup, really and truly, what does Pogba have to win anymore? There's nothing. Pogba's won the league for Inter. He's won the league for Juve. He's won the World Cup. Realistically, he knows Man United are never going to win the Champions League. So there's actually no reason for Pogba to even care, to even want to win the league for United. He's won the World Cup. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. These players don't actually care. Like, I don't think they care like that. So yeah, man, even if Klopp or Pep was managing them, United will still be the same, man. The man will still be the same. I don't like. Yeah, nah.
Well, listen, bro. Listen again. That one you started triggering comments. Oba, I think, saying Gerrard didn't care. That's why he slipped. But listen, bro, it's mad. You know what?
Gerrard's about to. To be fair, in Gerrard's defense, he's about to do something really good for Rangers right now.
Yeah, he is.
Credit to Gerrard. More power to Gerrard.
HO saying I was told Pogba is better than Zidane.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. Sarah Eden said that.
Oh snap! Yo, damn.
No, but let me quickly say something about United, yeah, quickly. I'm not.
Go on, Gilo. Go on. Rattle them.
No, do you know what it is about United, yeah, fans? If they weren't United fans, football wouldn't be football today.
Yeah,
they make football because they beat everybody, not just us. They got new rivals now, like City and that, and obviously Liverpool, because they've had that rivalry back in the day. So this is all good debates, in my opinion. Whatever they're saying in the comments and whatever we're saying, it's needed. Do you know what I mean? It's needed for football, brother. Otherwise, football will be dead if we're all nice to each other. It'll be shit. But fuck United, and that's it.
Hey, listen. K-Shaw, big up to you, bro. I ain't seen you in a little while. Saying if Pogba won a Champions League, got his numbers up a little, and won a Prem, he'd be in contention to be better than Zidane.
Oh my!
I don't know, mate. I think you have to do a bit more than that. But but listen, opinions, bro. Listen, opinions. That's what it's about. But listen, I think, given that we've rattled United fans, I think to end it, last 10 minutes, let's try and make it quick. Let's just try and make a quick combined 11 between the Arsenal Invincibles and the United 07-08 team. Because I think the 99 team, most man won't really remember that one, innit? So let's do it. I'm going to list out the 11s of both teams, and then we do it, all right? So the Arsenal team, as far as I was Lehman in goal, Lauren right back, Sol Campbell and Kolo Touré centre back, Ashley Cole left back. Then we had Lundberg on the right, Gilberto Silva and Vieira in the middle, with Perez on the left, and then Burke and Pintieri Henry up front. United's 07-08 team was Van der Sar in goal, Wes Brown right back, Ferdinand Vidic, Evra left back, right wing. They kind of decided. So United fans, let me know who you want to put. But I remember sometimes it was well, most of the time actually. Sorry, Ronaldo on the right. He played most of that season on the right. He moved over to the left towards the end. So Ronaldo right, Scholes and Carrick in the middle, Giggs left or Nani, and then Rooney and Tevez up top. So guys, I'm gonna start with keeper, and I'm gonna come one by one, and I just want you to say who you'd pick, and then if there's no disagreement, we just move on. All right? Let's make it quick. Let's make it quick. Let's rattle them. All right. Cool. So Jalil, you first. Lehman or Van der Sar?
Van der Sar.
Cool. We move. Rashford. Rash. I call you Rashford, bro. I'm not saying. Lauren or Wes Brown, right back.
Lauren or who?
Lauren or Wes Brown.
Wasn't it Neville?
Nah, by that point, Neville was that season. Neville didn't start.
Yeah, Neville was
kind of on the bench by that point. What, Lauren, yeah.
100.
Yeah.
All right. Lauren. No one disagree. Cool. All right. Ola. Ferdinand or Kolo Toure?
Rio Ferdinand. I think Rio Ferdinand is one of the best centre backs in Premier history. So Rio Ferdinand.
Cool. Lamps, Sol Campbell or Vidic?
You know what? Can I put Kolo Toure ahead of can I swap Kolo Toure for Sol Campbell, basically?
So you want to compare Sol Campbell and Ferdinand?
I think the defense should be Kolo Toure and Rio Ferdinand.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying Kolo Toure is better than Vidic and Sol Campbell?
I think that Kolo Toure was ridiculous, and I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
The Invincible one. That
Kolo Toure was unreal. But you know what? To keep the conversation going, I would put Sol Campbell over Vidic.
Okay, cool. Well, Mandem, I'm waiting for you guys to say something. If you don't say nothing, I keep it moving.
Man, I love Campbell though, but I'm always debating with Vidic all the time though. He's a madman and he's like out and out. So let's leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Can I say one thing that I was gonna speak up against? Yeah. Remember, Lehman didn't concede one goal in that Champions League run. You know that, right?
Yeah. He was mad that run.
That was a crazy run that year. I just want to point out Van der Sar is sick though, and I think he's a better keeper than Lehman. But big up Lehman because that year he was a serious guy. With and he was the general of the team as well.
Yeah, with Van der Sar, the reason why I said Van der Sar, I think our defense was good, but they had a good defense, but Van der Sar made some stupid saves. If we go back and watch videos from those, his saves were stupid. Lehman, he didn't concede, but Van der Sar stupid saves, man. We can look at that as well.
Yeah.
So what, are we keeping Sol Campbell then?
Yeah, we've decided to keep Sol Campbell, bro. Yeah. The Lukaku saying the Arsenal Invincible team was always a goal away from defeat most time FFS. Listen, I've heard that said a lot actually, but hey, we still won.
No, but the point is they still didn't lose, didn't it? So
exactly.
Lose, so.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, and then so last part of the defense, Jalil, Evra or Ashley Cole?
Easy.
Oh, Ashley, innit? It's got to be Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley. Yeah.
It's got to be Ashley, man.
Yeah, man.
Of course, Ashley's the best, bruv.
Yeah, it's got to be Ashley. It'll be silly for me to think, oh wait, everyone's good. I'm not going to say that and waste my breath.
Yeah, Ashley's goated, man.
Exactly. So, all right. So before we move on to the midfield, our keeper and defense is Van der Sar in goal, Lauren right back, Sol Campbell and Ferdinand centre back, and then Ashley Cole left back. I think that's a pretty solid keeper and back four. So we keep it moving. Right wing, Rash. I mean, should be the easiest question of the lot. Ronaldo, Lundberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just keep it moving. Yeah, cool. Cool. Ronaldo, yeah, that was even disrespectful. Happy birthday, by the way, to the goal. Anyway, we keep moving. Ola, Vieira or who do I compare him with? Vieira or Carrick?
Vieira. That one, I think that one's a bit disrespectful as well. But Vieira.
Yeah, that's disrespectful as well. Yeah,
and the next one is going to be as well, to be fair. I mean, and then you got Scholes, Lamps, you got Scholes or Gilberto Silva again.
Yes. You know what? Scholes, but it's not as disrespectful because Gilberto Silva was world class.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, he was.
Yeah. No, but no. You know what? Gilberto Silva was more of a DM though, isn't it? So that's a tough one.
Yeah, so
he was more of a DM.
So should I have should I have compared Carrick with Gilberto and then Scholes with Vieira? Should I have done that?
Yeah, I think because Vieira would have been more the box to box.
I'll still go. If we're going to compare Scholes and Vieira, I'll still have to be Scholes then.
Yeah, we know you got his pajamas on. We know you got his collectibles back. You know what I mean? We already know.
Ability-wise, you got to look at Scholes, bro.
I'm saying Vieira. Nope, I'm saying Vieira.
No, but you know what? You know what I'll say about this? It's you can't switch the questions because you have to fit in the two best midfielders, man, and you have to fit in Scholes and Vieira because you can't leave Vieira.
One of them out. Yeah, you can't leave one of them out.
Yeah,
okay, exactly.
Scholes and Gilberto.
Unless we decide to do a madness and say, let's go 4-3-3. If we feel we definitely had to free.
I thought that's what we should have done anyway.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
But then,
4-3-3.
No, 4-4-2. No, 4-4-2 because that's what they played. We can't change it. That's what both teams played. 4-4-2. Let's keep it.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
Cool.
True.
And then
Scholes, yeah. Vieira Scholes.
Cool. And then Jalil, let you go left wing. So we're saying Giggs against Perez.
I would say Nani, man. Wasn't Nani more prevalent?
It was more Nani. It was more Nani. Yeah. Go on. Nani against Perez.
Oh, Nani against Perez. Oh, Perez then. If you said Giggs, I would have gone Giggs, mate.
No way was Giggs better than Perez, man. No way. Invincible Perez. No.
Yeah, I think if we're going off those 2 years, I think if we're going off those 2 years, 07-08 Giggs wasn't better than Perez in Invincible.
Yeah, no
form.
way.
No way.
That Perez was
just that year. Like as a player, like going to do the whole career, then
yeah.
But
over
as
the course,
there's no way. There's no way.
Okay, so not over the whole.
I'd say Nani's better than Perez.
Oh, stop it, man. Hey, Nani reads Ronaldo.
07-08 Nani.
Crazy.
No way, Ed.
But listen, we move.
The team decided to go with Perez, so I can't beat everyone, you know.
Ola, Rooney or who do I compare him to? Rooney's more like Bergkamp, I guess. So Rooney or Bergkamp?
I'll give it to Rooney. Bergkamp was what, 35 then? I'll give it to Rooney. Rooney was better than Bergkamp then.
Yeah, fair. And then Henry and Tevez, as much as we love Tevez, Lamps, I don't really think it's a question, is it?
Yeah, man. I don't even like Tevez like that, man.
Oh yeah?
Nah, man.
Yes, I'm same with Lamps, man. I'm not gonna pick him up because I don't.
Now, if you compared Tevez to El Chapo, I'd pick Tevez. You know what I'm saying? Tevez is a real G, bro. And when they play football when they want. Tell the manager I'm going back home. I've got my village to look after. I'll be back soon.
But question, did Tevez make his career at Man City? Because I believe Tevez became the player at Man City.
He was way better United, but City took it to a different level.
Yeah, City took it to a different level. So,
like for me, Tevez is better than Ibrahimovic.
Tevez is a beast. I think Tevez is one of the best strikers.
Good, but I don't. So I don't know why I don't rate Tevez like that. I don't know where it is, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
But you know what? Ibrahimovic has been consistent over many years, and even though he can't do what certain man does, he still can put himself in the ring and outbox most of them. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like he's managed to be a top player in a very stiff frame. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm not laughing at you, Rash. I
know.
Yeah,
But we don't care about those sort of comments. That's easy.
How
That's
many
easy
times
to say. We can say it about so many people.
Tevez
How many
has won Champions League, same as Henry.
Henry's got one as well.
That's true. Yeah, he won at Barca.
Oh,
That's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
good
hey,
one.
Barca.
Big up Thierry
So he's
still.
gonna have to bracket it as Arsenal.
You have to change it to Arsenal, Ed. Ed, you have to change it to Arsenal. Otherwise, you look real silly right now, boy.
Yeah.
But listen,
put down the pad.
Yeah. But listen, so our final team was Van der Sar, Lauren, Sol Campbell, Ferdinand, Ashley Cole, Ronaldo, Scholes, Vieira, Perez, Rooney, Henry. I mean,
that's kind of even.
Yeah,
kind of even. People really can't complain us, for being biased. I ain't gonna read that out, but we all know what he's saying, innit? Listen,
what's that about?
Ed's saying that he could. He's saying he could win a Champions League with Messi and Eto'o. But listen, Henry did his job at Barcelona.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. Henry did his job at Barca.
You know another thing we're forgetting? Yeah. Henry won the World Cup.
Yeah. He did.
The World Cup.
And the Euros.
Wasn't he a top goal scorer?
And the Euros.
Yeah.
He wasn't top scorer. He wasn't top scorer at the World Cup now.
Do you know
for France?
Do you know what
He might have been, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was.
He probably was. He probably was, to be fair, yeah. Him or Zidane. Check it all, innit?
It was him just behind Trezeguet. He was just ahead of Trezeguet, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, just ahead of Trezeguet, yeah. Trezeguet was another bad boy, to be fair.
Bad boy.
Trezeguet was another bad boy. Yeah.
That team was Nedved as well. Oh yeah,
Juve team.
That Juve team.
Well, listen, guys, we're approaching the end, but I think I just wanted to do this because Lamps and Ola are on, and this was a suggestion that Lamps brought up, and I thought, you know what, it's a great topic of debate, and that is, I just want you, man, to just tell me one by one, what's the greatest individual performance you've ever watched from TV of a player that comes to your mind where you say that guy that day, that's the best I've ever seen anyone play. So I appreciate this might take a little bit of time. So if anyone has something already in mind, do jump in terms of best individual performance you've seen. So I appreciate it might be a bit of silence. So sorry, I thought it was Ola.
There's two that come to mind for me. It was the only reason why it's hard because I can't remember the year it was, but it was a Real Madrid Barcelona game. Ronaldinho scored 2 goals from the halfway line. The Real Madrid fans were clapping. They said, you know what?
Yeah.
We have to give him the credit. They actually got up and started clapping for him. But then I actually think the greatest performance I have seen is Kaká against United. That was devilish. That wasn't normal. That performance was not normal. That performance there was mad. So that's Kaká versus United in the Champions League.
That's a great shout. Anyway, who wants to go next?
For me, it's tough. When I think of best performances, I think of one of them is Messi against Bayern Munich. When he put Jerome Boateng on his bottom and chipped the goalkeeper. That was one of the best performances that I have seen live. Another one I could say happened against my club, Messi against Arsenal, when he played the 1-2 Silvestre and scored 4 goals and completely just dealt with us. On that day, thinking literally this guy, unreal. I've never seen a player like this before, so I'll probably go with the performance against Arsenal. Messi against Arsenal.
Okay, cool. Jalil Rash, what are you man's telling me?
It's hard because one performance comes to mind is Ozil in the World Cup.
Yeah,
Ozil in the World Cup was stupid.
That
2010.
Yeah, bro.
2010.
Ozil, bro. Him.
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
That's why I got gassed when he was coming to Arsenal. But that performance was amazing. I mean, yeah, it goes without saying. Every game, I can't pick out one game. If I pick out one game, it will be the England game when
the England game. Yeah.
He the way he was running, bruv. It was running like he was Usain Bolt. But it was the quickest guy.
That's when Ozil was fast.
It was technical ability, everything he was doing, his passing range, everything. But Ozil just couldn't be stopped. So that's probably mine. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, great shout. And Rash?
2006. Go check out Zinedine Zidane against Brazil, bro. Yeah. Go check out how he didn't even score. He didn't even score, but he had that pitch like it was his back garden. Roberto, Kaká, Gilberto, all on the pitch, going past them like they were wet paper, and he was a fist. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I haven't seen a carefree performance like that again. Not like that. You know what I mean? I think that was probably, and that's only because I always remember that game. There probably maybe, but the one that comes to my head is that game. That's when I was screaming, Zidane's my best ever player ever. That's the best player ever. It was that game.
Yeah. No, that was he was brilliant in that whole World Cup run, to be fair. He was unreal, and I think it's a shame how it went out for him, but boy, he went out. For me, he still went out on a high. He was unreal in that World Cup. Yeah. But I feel like
I even like the headbutt. Right,
yeah, that's kind of him, innit?
Right into the headbutt.
That's kind of him, innit? That's kind of him still. But nah, I mean, for me, I think you all make great suggestions. One that sticks out for me is the Kaká one against United. Like, even though I was only like 13, I remember watching that game thinking, I don't really understand what's going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It just felt like, what is this guy doing? Crazy. And I remember the year after, we played against AC Milan at the San Siro, and we won 2-0. But like especially when you're young, when you're playing against a team, and when certain guy gets the ball, you're shook. Like the fear I had with Kaká, it's like he'll pick the ball up in his own half, and I'm like, yo, someone get tight because it could get peak. Because once he picks up a head of steam, ask Messi what happens when Kaká picks up a head of steam.
Let's keep it real. If Liverpool didn't come back in Istanbul, that would have been a Kaká masterclass. That pass he played to Crespo.
That pass was Crespo. No even way. The chip.
Yep. No.
Even the chip.
Kaká was incredible.
If I was an AC Milan fan and I saw that goal 3-0 up, I would have been popping bottles at half time.
Yeah.
If after that goal, I said we can't lose after that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's either that one. There's actually not maybe from on the eye performance, but I remember there was one game Ronaldo played against Atletico Madrid for Real Madrid where he scored a hat-trick, and it was a dumb hat-trick, like a mad free kick, mad long power. He's on fire that game. Just before I continue, big up Josh, much love, bro. He's saying Bale against Inter. That was that you know what? That was another one. That was another one that's up there. Kane saying Modric 2018 World Cup. He was wavy, but I don't know if I put him up there.
There's an honourable mention. It was Pirlo against England was it Pirlo against England in the World Cup? That was another. Was it the World Cup or the Euros? I can't even remember now. You know, it was a Pirlo performance.
Oh, Pirlo. Yeah. Oh man, thank God you reminded me, bro. Pirlo against Germany in 2012.
In 2012, when
they won 2-1, Balotelli scored that Pirlo. Big up you, bro. Pirlo was mad.
Against England as well. I'm pretty sure there's a mad.
Back-to-back mad performances.
I'm not gonna lie. Cannavaro had a whole World Cup of madness. He had a whole World Cup when he was on smoke. That whole World Cup.
But I thought Nesta was just as good as him.
Nesta was they were both very good. But Cannavaro, I don't know, man. That guy's something else, man.
Yeah.
Can I ask you lot something? Was you lot alive to see World Cup USA?
What year was that?
think that was 94.
94, wasn't it?
No.
I was 1 year old, bro.
I was alive
for the live yet.
The live day.
I was
Do you
alive.
remember? Do you remember the Romarios and the Baggios of that tournament?
Hey,
bro?
Badger, big up Badger, but don't bring up Romario, that fraud, bro. Saying he's got
What
1,000
talking
goals.
about? Yeah,
1,000
the man got
goals.
over 1,000 goals,
Count
man.
friendlies, bro.
The man got
Count
1,000
friendlies.
goals, bro.
Him and Pele with 400 friendly goals, bro. How's that even possible? That's 40 friendly goals a season.
Bro, the man they score millions. Yeah.
John, just to put it out there, I wish Jonathan was on the show right now. Tell us Pele in 1957 World Cup, because he's the only guy that told me you watch Pele.
Hey, no slot. Hey, Jonathan, my bro, if you're watching this, hey, don't pay attention to that, bro. We know what you meant with that still. Hey, you're bad. You always bring that up as well, man. But listen, and I was gonna say my last performance was he didn't actually score in this game, but it was Messi against Man City when he nutmegged Neymar. Like that game for me, it made me appreciate Messi, because obviously there's a lot of back and forth that goes between Messi and Ronaldo. But I remember just watching that game and thinking, wow, this guy, he's something else. When you just see someone do everything perfect, it's different. But you know, and
you know what, my memory's been jogged as well, though, bro. That Ronaldinho performance against Real Madrid, where he got a standing ovation.
Mad,
that was a serious
honestly,
game.
Rash, you are seriously lucky, because honestly, I wish sometimes I could have been born 2 or 3 years younger just so I could have seen that performance. I've only seen highlights. Yeah, I wasn't privileged to see it live.
Well, people was at home standing up clapping in that game. At home. Do you know what I mean? Serious performance.
Yeah. And you know what, Ed? Sorry, you're right. I forgot. Hazard against Hungary in the Euros in 2016.
Hungary? No,
yeah, I know. That's why I can't say them things there.
Oh, hungry, man.
Bro.
Yeah, stop it.
Hey, listen, watch the game back. Watch the game. Like I said, maybe it's that Undercuba war that we're drinking at home, innit?
Yeah.
Listen,
man.
like Kane said, it might be that Undercuba war still, but
Hungary don't count, man. Hungary don't count.
Best player I've seen live is Ed. Scored a free kick when I played with him, to be fair. Banger. I'm bigging you up, Ed. I'm bigging you up. Ed, I'm bigging you up. We played together, so.
Wait, free kick?
Oh wait, that was you, John. No, that was you.
Hey.
Rejected. Hey, rescind that compliment. Man's rescinded it. Let me just give it back. Give it to
No. Jalil, still. No, Ed, you know what? Ed did score in that game, yeah. He did score a free kick. I'm just saying, that game, I remember I scored a curler that was nicer than Ed still. So I'm a little bit hurt by that.
Hey, Jalil's funny, though, man. Jalil, you're funny, bro. Yeah, man, your girl's pretty, innit? She's that one with the pink hair. No, yeah, I knew that wasn't her with the pink hair. Yeah, I knew that.
you know, the Undercuba brothers have a lot of techers, because one of the best performances I've seen is William when he was younger. He did the Thierry Henry skill by accident. You know the skill where he acts like he's going to shoot and he plays in someone.
That skill was mad.
William done it as a free ball and the guy was in one-on-one. Brilliant assist, I have to say.
These brothers have got some intellectual thinking.
He didn't mean it.
There was one game where I don't know. It was one game when William was one in the wing, and I think Ed just pinged it to him, and I thought, yeah, I'm staying on this team.
Nah, you know what? I think, yeah, man. I think when people look at me and my brothers, they literally say we play identical.
You do?
Because we literally almost do. Our style of play is literally identical. But you know what? Unfortunately, not William yet, but unfortunately, me and Ed, you know, over the last few years, you know, rather than spending the time playing, we spent too much time ordering KFC, and we're probably going to do that again tonight, to be fair. So, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good still. It's all good. Listen, I just want to say, to round off the show, I want to say, first of all, thanks to Lamps and Ola. You've been amazing. We definitely need to get you guys on again soon. 100%, man. It was a great discussion.
This is the best football show out there, man. I'm letting everyone know that this is the best football show out there. You man are doing your thing. I can't wait. I actually can't wait till you man are on a level where you're making appearances on Sky and things like that. Also, I will be opening up a podcast. Well, I've actually it's in the process of being renovated.
Yeah.
But I've got a podcast studio opening up. So listen, I would love to get you guys down there, get you guys some good quality filmed stuff out there, get you a good production going. So
love that.
Yeah,
love
man.
that.
Anytime,
I have an appreciation for that, man.
Once it's ready,
Yeah,
you man are free to pass through anytime, man. Anytime.
Respect.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, man. And listen, yeah, man. It's good to see that we're all trying to do our thing, and yeah, we're moving slowly, but we move, and hopefully people enjoy what we do. And yeah, man, definitely that collab is going to continue. And yeah, I know success is around the corner for all of us, I'm sure. But yeah, just once again, guys, thank you for coming on. And obviously, Jalil Rash, as you guys know, man, since the beginning, holding it down. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love. I think everyone loves what you both bring to this. So, we're just going to keep it going. And obviously, anyone who's watched, if you can that'll be much appreciated. If you're new, if you subscribe, that's much love to that. We got a lot of stuff coming. But yeah, listen, I hope thanks to all you who have stayed up with us for over 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna lie, that flew by for me. But listen, I just want to say again, much love to everyone. Yeah, big up RBT. I appreciate that. Great show. Love that, Ben. And much love, Kane. No, seriously, appreciate all the love. But listen, people, we're out. Real Ball Talk is out. Much love. Check us out over the weekend. And yeah, peace out and have a good evening. Peace, everyone.
Love.
Hey guys, man.
Love.